You want to change how you act every day and stop waiting for motivation to show up. This book shows clear, simple steps you can use right now to create real habits and stay consistent. Read this and you will learn practical routines to start each morning with purpose, clear ways to cut distractions and protect your focus, and a short daily practice that strengthens willpower faster than endless planning. You will also discover how to handle setbacks without losing momentum, how to keep your energy high through basic health choices, and how to turn small wins into steady progress. The tone is direct and steady, and the advice is meant to be used, not just admired. Expect concrete actions you can try today, short explanations you will actually remember, and honest advice about what to do when things get hard. Stay with this whole guide until the end, and you will get a simple 5-minute routine that you can begin tonight to make tomorrow easier, and one accountability habit that keeps results coming week after week. If you are ready to trade churn and wishful thinking for small daily discipline that adds up, this is the roadmap you need. Chapter 1. Build consistent daily habits for lasting self-discipline. Building consistent daily habits is the cornerstone of lasting self-discipline. Without habits, discipline becomes a fleeting effort, something we rely on only when motivation strikes or when circumstances force us to act. But habits, true habits, become the silent drivers of our success. They are the steady, unyielding engine that powers us forward even when willpower is low and challenges rise. To cultivate a mindset of self-discipline, mastering how to create and maintain consistent daily habits is essential. This chapter dives deeply into that process, offering wisdom, practical steps, and motivation to help establish habits that serve your highest goals. The first thing to understand is how habits work in the brain and why consistency matters more than intensity. Habits are patterns of behavior our brain automates to save energy. When you repeat an action regularly, the brain begins to encode it as a habit, so you no longer need to consciously decide to do it. This is the beauty of habit formation. Once a habit takes root, it runs on autopilot. This is what lasting discipline looks like, doing what you intend without constant mental struggle. The catch is that habits form through repetition, not once but many times, often dozens or hundreds of times before they become automatic. That is why consistency is far more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. 1 hour of intense discipline today does not create lifelong change. Doing the same small action every day does. Many people misunderstand self-discipline as a heroic act of willpower, a rare moment of extraordinary effort. The truth is quite the opposite. Self-discipline is the accumulation of countless small, consistent actions repeated daily until they become your new normal. It's choosing to brush your teeth every morning, make your bed, write a page, or exercise, not once or twice, but day after day, regardless of feelings or circumstances. These small choices add up, shaping your character and setting the foundation for greater achievements. To begin building consistent daily habits, clarity about what habits will support your long-term vision is crucial. Without a clear goal or purpose, habits become aimless rituals. Reflect on what you want your life to look like in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. Imagine the qualities you want to embody. Is it health, productivity, peace, resilience, or creativity? Whatever it is, your habits must align with that vision. Once you know what you want, identify habits that serve those goals. For example, if improved health is your goal, habits might include drinking water every morning, walking 10 minutes a day, or avoiding late-night snacking. If mental clarity is your aim, habits might be journaling, meditating, or reading daily. After selecting your key habits, start small. Trying to overhaul your life overnight often leads to frustration and burnout. Instead, pick one habit that feels manageable and commit to it. For instance, If you want to begin exercising, start with 5 minutes a day rather than an hour. If your goal is writing, commit to 1 paragraph or 5 sentences. Small wins build momentum and confidence. They train your brain to recognize success and reward your efforts, making it easier to continue. This approach respects the brain's natural resistance to change and gradually rewires it for new patterns. Consistency requires a reliable trigger or cue that reminds you to perform the habit. This cue should be simple and connected to something you already do regularly. For example, if you want to start flossing daily, you might do it right after brushing your teeth, using brushing as the cue. If your goal is to write daily, your cue might be sitting down at your desk with a cup of tea each morning. The stronger and clearer the cue, the easier it is to establish the habit. This creates a chain reaction where one action naturally leads to the next, forming a seamless routine. Accountability is another powerful tool to maintain consistency. Tell someone about your new habit or write it down somewhere visible. Share your progress with a friend, mentor, or online community. Knowing that others are aware of your commitment can increase your motivation to keep going, especially on days when your internal drive wanes. Some people find tracking their habit daily on a calendar or in an app very motivating. Seeing a chain of completed days creates a visual proof of progress and makes breaking the streak feel like losing momentum. Expect setbacks and interruptions. No one is perfect, and life will throw curveballs. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not perfection, but persistence. When you miss a day, don't fall into self-criticism or defeat. Instead, acknowledge the slip and return to the habit immediately. Forgiving yourself and recommitting keeps the habit alive and strengthens your resilience. This mindset shift from all-or-nothing thinking to flexible persistence is a hallmark of the disciplined mind. Besides repetition, the quality of your environment deeply influences your ability to maintain habits. Structure your surroundings to support the behaviors you want. For example, if you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious foods visible and remove junk food from easy reach. If you want to read more, place books in places you frequent, like the bedside table or living room. Making good habits the easiest option minimizes friction and conserves willpower. The more your environment nudges you toward positive actions, the less mental energy is needed to stay consistent. Understanding the why behind your habits fuels deeper motivation. Habits tied to a meaningful purpose are easier to sustain. Reflect regularly on why you chose a particular habit and what it represents for your life. This connection transforms habits from chores into expressions of your values and identity. Instead of "I have to exercise," you think "I am someone who honors my body and builds strength." This identity-based mindset strengthens commitment and makes discipline feel less like a struggle and more like a natural extension of who you are. As habits become part of your daily life, they form a foundation that supports larger goals and challenges. They build a reservoir of self-discipline that you can draw from when faced with tough decisions or moments of weakness. Over time, this momentum creates a powerful upward spiral of growth and confidence. Each small success strengthens your belief in your ability to change and achieve. This cumulative effect is the real power of daily habits. They transform ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Practical steps to start today include choosing one small habit aligned with your goals, identifying a clear trigger, setting a specific time for the habit, and committing to it for at least 21 days. Track your progress visually and share your commitment with someone you trust. Prepare your environment to make the habit easy and reduce obstacles. Anticipate challenges and decide how you will respond to setbacks with kindness and persistence. Reflect weekly on how the habit connects to your bigger vision to maintain motivation. In moments when motivation fades, remind yourself that habits do not require inspiration, they require discipline. Discipline is the choice to act despite feelings. This choice is the essence of growth and mastery over oneself. Every time you honor your habit, you are proving to yourself that you can be trusted to follow through. This trust builds character and unlocks your potential. Building consistent daily habits is not about perfection, but progress. It is the patient, persistent commitment to small actions repeated over time. This journey demands humility to start small, courage to face discomfort, and wisdom to keep your eyes on the long-term prize. It teaches that success is not a sudden event, but a natural outcome of disciplined living. In this way, habits become the bricks with which you build a resilient, purposeful life. The path to lasting self-discipline runs through the quiet, steady rhythm of daily habits. These habits anchor you when life feels chaotic and provide a sense of control and direction. They build a mental fortress that protects you from distraction, laziness, and doubt. As your habits grow stronger, so does your freedom to pursue what matters most without being ruled by impulse or circumstance. Start today. Choose one habit that resonates with your deepest aspirations. Commit to it with patience and kindness. Use your environment, accountability, and clarity of purpose as your allies. Know that every repetition strengthens your self-discipline and moves you closer to the life you desire. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, just the power of consistent action. Remember that you are capable of remarkable change, because every habit you build is a step toward mastering yourself. This mastery is the foundation of all success, happiness, and peace. Your journey begins not with a grand gesture, but with one small, deliberate action repeated day after day. This is how you build a self-disciplined mindset that lasts a lifetime. Chapter 2. Set clear goals and commit to achieving them. Setting clear goals and committing fully to achieving them is the foundation upon which self-discipline is built. Without goals, effort lacks direction, and discipline becomes aimless. Goals give your actions purpose and clarity. They create a target to focus on and a reason to push through obstacles. When your goals are well defined, they become a source of motivation and a compass for your daily decisions. This chapter explores how to define meaningful goals and the mindset needed to commit to them with unwavering determination. The first step in setting effective goals is precision. A goal must be specific enough that you know exactly what success looks like. Vague aspirations like "I want to be healthier" or "I want to succeed" leave too much open to interpretation, which weakens your commitment. Instead, specify what healthier means. Lose 10 pounds in 3 months, walk 30 minutes 5 times a week, or eat vegetables at every meal. Clear goals remove guesswork and help you create a concrete plan of action. In addition to specificity, measurable goals are crucial. You need a way to track progress objectively. If you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. This tracking builds accountability and allows you to adjust your efforts. For example, if your goal is to read more, specify reading 1 chapter or 20 pages daily. If your goal is professional development, target completing a course or practicing a skill for 30 minutes each day. Measurement transforms goals from abstract desires into achievable milestones. Setting realistic and achievable goals is just as important. Goals should stretch your abilities, but remain within reach. Setting impossible goals leads to frustration and discouragement, while goals too easy won't challenge you or build resilience. The sweet spot lies in balancing ambition with realism. Break large goals into smaller steps that feel doable. For instance, if your aim is to write a book, commit to writing 300 words a day rather than finishing the entire manuscript in a week. This makes the process less overwhelming and builds momentum. Beyond the content of the goal, the emotional connection to it matters greatly. Goals tied to your values and passions are easier to commit to because they resonate deeply with your identity. Reflect on why a goal matters to you. How will achieving it improve your life or the lives of those around you? This sense of purpose fuels persistence, especially when obstacles arise. When the goal aligns with who you want to be, commitment becomes less about external pressure and more about self-respect. Writing your goals down significantly increases the likelihood of success. Putting goals on paper or in a digital document makes them tangible and real. It serves as a constant reminder and helps clarify your intentions. Many successful people use journals or vision boards to keep their goals visible. Reviewing your goals daily or weekly keeps your focus sharp and reinforces your commitment. This simple practice bridges the gap between intention and action. Once your goals are set, creating a plan is the bridge to commitment. Goals without plans are just wishes. A plan breaks your goal into manageable actions scheduled over time. This reduces overwhelm and provides clear next steps. Identify what must be done daily, weekly, and monthly. For example, if your goal is to improve fitness, your plan might include 3 gym sessions weekly, meal prepping on Sundays, tracking sleep. Plans turn abstract goals into realistic, daily tasks. Committing to your goals requires more than a one-time decision. It demands daily renewal of that choice. Commitment is a mindset where you decide that no matter what, you will act toward your goal. This involves embracing discipline and accepting that some days will be harder than others. It means acting even when motivation fades or distractions arise. This mindset distinguishes those who reach their goals from those who fall short. Creating accountability structures supports this commitment. Share your goals with trusted individuals who will check in on your progress. Join groups or find partners with similar goals. Social accountability increases your sense of responsibility and creates a network of encouragement. Additionally, consider public commitments like posting your goals on social media or announcing them to your community. The external pressure can strengthen internal resolve. Visualizing success plays a powerful role in commitment. Picture yourself having achieved your goal in vivid detail. Feel the emotions of pride, satisfaction, and fulfillment. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and primes your brain for action. Visualization helps overcome fear of failure by making success feel tangible and attainable. When you regularly imagine your future self living your goal, your daily efforts align naturally with that vision. Obstacles and setbacks are inevitable on the journey toward any significant goal. Expecting challenges and preparing mentally to face them fortifies commitment. Rather than avoiding difficulties or seeing them as signs of failure, view them as part of growth. When obstacles appear, analyze what you can learn and adjust your approach. Resilience grows from persistence despite discomfort and disappointment. Every challenge overcome deepens your self-discipline and belief in your capacity. Avoid multitasking your commitment with too many goals at once. Focus is key. Spreading your energy across multiple large goals dilutes effort and increases the chance of burnout. Prioritize 1 or 2 goals at a time that align most closely with your values and current life situation. Once those goals become habits or reach a satisfactory level of progress, you can add more. This concentrated effort produces higher quality results and strengthens discipline. Celebrate milestones along the way to maintain momentum. Acknowledge the small victories that show progress toward your goal. This positive reinforcement increases motivation and creates a rewarding feedback loop. Rewards do not have to be extravagant. Simple gestures like treating yourself to a favorite activity or reflecting on your growth suffice. Celebrating progress transforms discipline from a chore into an inspiring journey. Self-reflection is a powerful tool to deepen your commitment and improve your strategy. Set aside time regularly to evaluate your progress honestly. What is working well? What needs adjustment? Reflect on how your habits, environment, and mindset support or hinder your goals. This practice builds self-awareness and enables continual growth. It also strengthens the connection between your actions and your larger purpose. Integrate flexibility into your commitment. Life changes, and rigid plans can become obstacles if they don't adapt. Being flexible means you stay committed to your goal, but are willing to adjust your methods or timelines. For example, if you fall ill, you might reduce your workout intensity temporarily, but maintain the habit of daily movement. Flexibility prevents discouragement and supports long-term persistence. Recognize that commitment requires sacrifice. Achieving meaningful goals often means saying no to distractions, temptations, and short-term pleasures. This discipline is an exercise in prioritizing long-term fulfillment over immediate gratification. Embracing this reality empowers you to make conscious choices that align with your highest aspirations. Every sacrifice you make builds your character and brings your vision closer. Surround yourself with inspiration and motivation that reinforce your commitment. Read stories of people who have achieved similar goals. Listen to mentors and teachers who embody the discipline you seek. These external sources nourish your mindset and remind you of what is possible. Exposure to positive influences acts like fuel, sustaining your effort when internal motivation wanes. Practice gratitude for your progress and the opportunity to pursue your goals. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present. It cultivates a mindset of abundance that supports perseverance. Appreciating each step forward keeps you grounded and connected to the journey rather than fixating only on the outcome. Commitment deepens as you internalize your goals as part of your identity. Instead of goals being external demands, they become expressions of who you are. When you say, "I am a disciplined person," or "I am committed to my growth," you align your self-image with your actions. This identity-based approach strengthens resilience and makes discipline a natural way of living. Remember that setting clear goals and committing to them is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. Goals evolve, deepen, and sometimes change as you grow. Commitment requires regular renewal and reflection. Stay curious about your own development and remain open to refining your vision. This mindset keeps your discipline alive and your efforts purposeful. To move from goal setting to achievement, take immediate action. Decide right now on one clear, specific goal that matters to you. Write it down with precise details. Create a simple plan for your first steps. Share this commitment with someone supportive. Begin with small, manageable actions today that reinforce your choice. Action fuels momentum and turns intention into reality. Clarity in goals, paired with wholehearted commitment, is the catalyst for lasting self-discipline. This combination directs your energy, sharpens your focus, and empowers you to endure through challenges. It transforms abstract dreams into concrete accomplishments. By mastering this practice, you create a powerful foundation for growth, success, and fulfillment that shapes every area of your life. Embrace the responsibility and freedom that comes with clear goals and commitment. You hold the power to direct your future through deliberate choices. This power demands courage and persistence, but offers profound reward. As you commit fully to your goals, you train your mind to focus, your body to act, and your spirit to persevere. This is the essence of a self-disciplined mindset, the unwavering pursuit of your highest potential through clear purpose and dedicated effort. Chapter 3. Practice delaying gratification to strengthen your willpower. Delaying gratification is a skill that strengthens willpower and builds the foundation for lasting self-discipline. It is the ability to resist immediate temptations in favor of long-term rewards, which separates those who achieve lasting success from those who settle for short-term comfort. Practicing this skill rewires the mind to value patience, resilience, and thoughtful action over impulsive reactions. Developing this mindset transforms how you approach challenges and decisions, making you stronger, more focused, and more capable of achieving meaningful goals. At its core, delaying gratification means recognizing that not all rewards are equal in value and that the most significant outcomes often require sacrifice today for benefits tomorrow. The instinct to seek pleasure immediately is natural, but it often leads to choices that undermine growth. By consciously choosing to postpone instant satisfaction, you build mental strength and reinforce your ability to control impulses. This capacity to delay is not simply about saying no, it is about making intentional decisions that align with your higher purpose and vision. The first step in practicing delayed gratification is awareness. Begin noticing moments when you feel the urge to seek immediate pleasure or avoid discomfort. These might be cravings for unhealthy food, scrolling endlessly on social media, or procrastinating on important tasks. By identifying these impulses clearly, you gain the power to choose differently. Awareness shines a light on automatic habits that sabotage your progress and opens the door to change. Once you are aware of these impulses, create a pause before reacting. This pause can be as brief as a few seconds, but creates space to reflect. Ask yourself, will this choice bring me closer to my goals or take me further away? This simple question reorients your focus from immediate gratification to long-term benefits. Over time, this habit of pausing builds a buffer between impulse and action, strengthening your self-control muscle. Building willpower through delayed gratification requires practice and gradual exposure to discomfort. Start with small challenges that test your ability to wait or resist temptation. For example, if you want to improve your diet, delay eating a sweet treat by 10 minutes. Gradually increase this waiting time to strengthen patience. If you feel the urge to check your phone, postpone it for 5 minutes. Each small act of resistance trains your brain to endure discomfort and increases your confidence in your ability to control urges. It is important to reframe discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a barrier. When you feel the tension of resisting temptation, remind yourself that this is the training ground for your willpower. Every moment you choose delay over impulse, you are building mental resilience. This mindset shift changes how you perceive challenges, making them opportunities to strengthen your discipline instead of obstacles to avoid. Creating a structured environment also supports delaying gratification. Remove or reduce easy access to temptations that trigger impulsive behavior. If you want to reduce distractions, turn off notifications or leave your phone in another room during focused work. If unhealthy snacks derail your diet, keep them out of sight or replace them with healthier options. Shaping your surroundings to support restraint lessens the burden on willpower and makes disciplined choices more natural. Another practical technique is setting clear, meaningful rewards for delayed gratification. When you resist an urge or complete a difficult task without giving in to instant pleasure, acknowledge your effort. Plan a specific reward tied to the long-term goal, such as a weekend outing or a small purchase that symbolizes progress. This strategy creates positive reinforcement and helps your brain associate patience with satisfaction, strengthening your motivation. Visualization enhances your ability to delay gratification by allowing you to mentally experience the benefits of patience. Imagine yourself achieving your goal and feeling the pride and fulfillment that come with it. Picture the contrast between temporary indulgence and lasting success. This mental rehearsal trains your brain to prioritize long-term rewards and builds emotional attachment to your goals. Regular visualization creates a powerful anchor that guides your choices in moments of temptation. Managing stress and emotions plays a critical role in strengthening willpower. Impulsive behavior often arises from trying to escape uncomfortable feelings like boredom, anxiety, or frustration. Learning healthy ways to handle emotions reduces the need for instant relief through indulgence. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or journaling help you observe feelings without reacting impulsively. Emotional regulation builds inner calm and makes it easier to choose delayed rewards over quick fixes. Building patience also involves cultivating gratitude for progress and process. When you focus solely on the end result, delays can feel unbearable. Instead, appreciate the small wins and the growth that happens during the journey. Recognize that every moment of self-control is a victory. Gratitude shifts your perspective from deprivation to abundance, fueling persistence and reducing the urge to seek immediate pleasure. Recognizing triggers that provoke impulsive behavior is essential. These might be certain environments, times of day, people, or emotional states. By understanding these triggers, you can prepare strategies to respond differently. For example, if stress leads you to overeat, develop alternative coping mechanisms like walking or talking to a friend. If boredom tempts you to procrastinate, plan engaging activities or breaks. Anticipating triggers reduces their power and helps you maintain control. Accountability partners or support groups amplify your ability to practice delayed gratification. Sharing your goals and challenges with others creates external pressure and encouragement to stay disciplined. Knowing someone else is aware of your commitments increases your resolve to resist temptation. Support networks also provide advice and motivation when willpower falters, making the journey less isolating. Embracing a long-term perspective helps in making choices that favor delayed rewards. Remind yourself frequently that the discomfort of waiting is temporary, but the benefits of self-control are lasting. This perspective shifts focus from fleeting urges to enduring fulfillment. Understanding the value of patience motivates sustained effort and strengthens your inner resolve. Tracking your progress in resisting impulses provides tangible proof of growth. Keep a journal or use an app to record moments when you successfully delayed gratification. Reflect on what strategies worked and how it felt. This record reinforces your belief in your ability to control impulses and highlights areas for improvement. Celebrating these wins builds momentum and confidence. It is vital to cultivate self-compassion throughout this process. Willpower is like a muscle that tires and needs rest. Occasional slips do not mean failure, they are opportunities to learn and adjust. Avoid harsh self-judgment, and instead encourage yourself as you would a friend. This compassionate attitude fosters resilience and sustains motivation over time. Remember that practicing delayed gratification is not about denying yourself happiness, but about making intentional choices that serve your highest goals. It is a skill that empowers you to enjoy greater satisfaction and freedom by breaking free from impulsive cycles. This mastery opens doors to deeper fulfillment and success in all areas of life. Ultimately, strengthening willpower through delayed gratification rewires the brain for disciplined living. It builds a mental framework where thoughtful decisions replace impulsive reactions. This shift creates space for growth, focus, and achievement. The ability to wait and endure discomfort becomes a source of strength and confidence that propels you forward. Commit to starting small and building gradually. Practice delaying gratification in everyday situations and notice the impact on your mindset and results. Over time, this discipline becomes a natural part of who you are, guiding your choices and shaping your destiny. This transformation is the essence of the self-discipline mindset, choosing the path of patience and purpose over immediate ease. This path requires patience with yourself and persistence in the face of temptation. Every moment you choose delay over impulse, you build a stronger, more resilient mind. This strength ripples into every aspect of your life, creating a foundation for continuous growth and lasting success. The journey to mastering delayed gratification is a lifelong practice that rewards those who commit fully with freedom, peace, and achievement. Chapter 4. Manage your time effectively to maximize productivity. Time is the one resource everyone has in equal measure, yet how it is managed separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. Managing time effectively is not about cramming more tasks into your day, but about focusing your energy on what truly matters to maximize productivity. The discipline of time management is a key pillar of self-discipline because it demands intentional choices and consistent effort to align your daily actions with your long-term vision. Understanding how you currently spend your time is the starting point. Without awareness, time slips away unnoticed, often consumed by distractions or low-value activities. Begin by tracking your daily routines for several days. Write down how long you spend on work, rest, social media, conversations, and even moments of idleness. This honest inventory reveals patterns that can be changed and highlights wasted time. Seeing your day laid out objectively encourages accountability and opens the door to purposeful planning. Planning your day with clear priorities transforms time management from reactive to proactive. List your most important tasks based on your goals and deadlines. Not everything deserves equal attention. Learn to differentiate between urgent tasks and important ones. Focus first on activities that contribute most to your progress, rather than reacting solely to what demands immediate attention. This prioritization sharpens your focus and prevents burnout caused by chasing insignificant distractions. Breaking work into focused intervals boosts productivity. The brain functions best in concentrated bursts, followed by breaks. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, where you work intensely for 25 minutes, then rest for 5, train your mind to maintain focus and prevent fatigue. These intervals create manageable chunks of time that reduce overwhelm and increase efficiency. Over time, these cycles improve your ability to sustain attention for longer periods. Scheduling is more than marking tasks on a calendar. It is about allocating specific time blocks to activities. Reserve time for high-priority work, meetings, rest, and personal growth. Treat these blocks as non-negotiable appointments. This discipline reduces multitasking and decision fatigue by providing structure. Scheduling breaks and downtime is equally important because rest replenishes your energy and keeps productivity sustainable over the long haul. Learning to say no is a vital skill for effective time management. Each commitment carries an opportunity cost. Saying yes to one thing means saying no to something else. Protect your time by declining requests and distractions that do not align with your goals. This boundary setting preserves your focus and energy for what truly matters. It also builds self-respect and teaches others to value your time. Eliminating or minimizing distractions is essential to maximizing productivity. Identify common interruptions such as notifications, background noise, or unnecessary meetings. Create an environment that supports concentration by turning off non-essential alerts, using noise-canceling headphones, or working in quiet spaces. When possible, batch similar tasks together to reduce switching costs and maintain mental flow. Using tools effectively can enhance your time management. Planners, digital calendars, task lists, and productivity apps help organize your day and remind you of priorities. Choose tools that fit your style and avoid overwhelming yourself with too many systems. The goal is to create simplicity and clarity rather than complexity. Regularly review and adjust your tools to ensure they continue serving your evolving needs. Reflection and review are critical components often overlooked in time management. At the end of each day or week, evaluate what was accomplished and where time was lost. Celebrate successes and identify improvements. This habit increases self-awareness and helps you fine-tune your approach. It also reinforces accountability and keeps your actions aligned with your bigger vision. Understanding your natural energy rhythms can improve how you schedule tasks. Some people work best in the morning, while others peak in the afternoon or evening. Align your most demanding work with periods when you have the highest focus and energy. Use lower energy times for routine or less important tasks. This alignment respects your biology and enhances overall productivity without unnecessary strain. Setting realistic deadlines and goals for tasks prevents procrastination and rush-induced errors. Deadlines create a sense of urgency that motivates action. Break large projects into smaller milestones with their own deadlines to maintain momentum. This approach reduces overwhelm and makes progress visible, which fuels motivation and satisfaction. Avoiding multitasking is crucial for deep work and quality results. The brain cannot focus on multiple complex tasks simultaneously without losing efficiency and accuracy. Instead, focus on one task at a time with full attention. Completing tasks sequentially increases effectiveness and reduces stress. When tasks are done mindfully, you conserve mental energy and improve output quality. Building routines around your time management strengthens consistency. Establish morning and evening rituals that prepare you for focused work and restful sleep. A structured start and end to your day creates stability and frame your daily efforts with intention. Routines automate good habits and reduce the need for willpower to decide what to do next. Delegating tasks that do not require your specific attention frees up time for higher value work. Recognize tasks others can handle or automate. Delegation requires trust and clear communication, but returns significant dividends in focus and energy. Learning to let go of control over minor details expands your capacity to concentrate on what truly matters. Balancing work with rest and recreation maintains long-term productivity and well-being. Overworking leads to burnout and diminishing returns. Schedule time for exercise, hobbies, social connection, and relaxation. These activities replenish your mental and physical resources, sharpen focus, and increase creativity. Productivity is not about non-stop work, but about sustainable effort. Practicing mindfulness during your work enhances concentration and reduces stress. Mindfulness trains your brain to stay present with the task at hand, rather than wandering to distractions or worries. Simple breathing exercises or brief meditation breaks can reset your attention and increase mental clarity. Mindfulness also helps manage emotions that may interfere with productivity, such as frustration or anxiety. Time management requires flexibility to adapt to unexpected changes. Life is unpredictable, and rigid schedules can cause frustration. Build buffer times into your day to absorb delays or urgent matters. When plans shift, adjust calmly and reprioritize. Flexibility combined with discipline creates resilience and prevents wasted energy on resistance. Visualizing a productive day each morning sets a positive tone. Imagine accomplishing your key tasks with focus and ease. This mental rehearsal motivates action and reduces resistance. Visualizing success primes your brain for performance, aligning your mindset with your goals. It is a simple but powerful tool that complements practical planning. Keeping your workspace organized reduces wasted time and distractions. Clutter creates mental noise and drains energy. A clean, orderly environment supports clarity and focus. Regularly declutter your desk and digital files to create a space conducive to productive work. This habit fosters discipline and shows respect for your time. Breaking work into priorities means tackling the most impactful tasks first. This strategy, sometimes called eating the frog, ensures you address the hardest or most important items when your energy is highest. Completing these tasks early provides a sense of achievement that motivates you for the rest of the day. Using time blocks dedicated to deep work helps achieve flow states where productivity peaks. During these periods, eliminate interruptions and focus solely on cognitively demanding tasks. Protect this time by communicating boundaries and turning off distractions. Deep work fosters creativity, problem-solving, and rapid progress. Limit time spent on low-value activities such as excessive email checking or social media. Set specific time windows for these tasks to prevent them from expanding and consuming your day. Being intentional with low-priority activities ensures they do not erode your time for meaningful work. To maximize your productivity, develop an evening routine that prepares you for the next day. Review accomplishments, plan priorities, and set intentions. This practice creates mental closure and reduces stress, allowing you to rest better. Waking up with a clear plan removes hesitation and jumpstarts focus. Recognize that time management is a continuous process of learning and improvement. Experiment with different methods and tools to discover what works best for your unique rhythm and goals. Stay open to adjusting your approach as your priorities and circumstances evolve. Effective time management is a discipline that empowers you to live intentionally and achieve your goals with less stress. It requires clarity, planning, focus, and flexibility combined with consistent effort. By mastering your time, you reclaim control over your life and create the space needed to pursue your highest potential. The skill is not about working harder, but working smarter with purpose and self-respect. Harness your time wisely and watch your productivity soar as your actions align with your deepest values. The ability to manage time effectively transforms not only what you accomplish, but who you become. A person of integrity, focus, and unwavering self-discipline. Chapter 5. Develop mental resilience through positive self-talk. The mind is a powerful force shaping every aspect of your life. Developing mental resilience is crucial for navigating challenges, setbacks, and pressures with strength and grace. One of the most effective ways to build this resilience is through positive self-talk, the internal dialogue that influences your emotions, behaviors, and beliefs. The way you speak to yourself matters immensely. It can either empower you or drain your energy. Cultivating positive self-talk rewires your mental habits, fostering confidence, focus, and a steadfast spirit that refuses to be defeated. Positive self-talk begins with awareness of your inner voice. Many people are unaware of the negative or critical thoughts running beneath their conscious awareness. These thoughts can be harsh judgments, doubts, or fears that erode self-confidence and create unnecessary stress. The first step is to observe these patterns without judgment. Notice when your mind shifts towards self-criticism or defeat. Recognizing these moments empowers you to change the narrative and choose words that uplift instead. Replacing negative self-talk with positive, realistic affirmations transforms how you experience challenges. This doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect or ignoring difficulties. Instead, it means speaking to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and truth. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," replace it with, "I'm learning and growing through this challenge." This shift reframes obstacles as opportunities rather than threats and keeps you moving forward with determination. Consistency in practicing positive self-talk strengthens mental resilience over time. Like any habit, it requires repetition and patience. Start by identifying common negative phrases you use and consciously swap them for positive alternatives. Say these affirmations aloud or write them down daily to reinforce the new mental pattern. The more you nurture this supportive inner voice, the more it becomes your default response, even in stressful situations. The tone and language you use with yourself influence your emotional state. Harsh, demanding words can increase anxiety and reduce motivation, while gentle, supportive language calms the mind and fuels persistence. Approach yourself as you would a close friend facing difficulties. This compassionate tone creates an inner environment where growth is possible and mistakes are seen as lessons rather than failures. Using specific and actionable affirmations makes positive self-talk more effective. Instead of vague statements like "I am good enough," try focused declarations such as "I have the skills to solve this problem" or "I will take one step forward right now." These statements guide your attention to what you can control and what action you can take, anchoring your mindset in capability and progress. Mental resilience also grows through practicing gratitude within your self-talk. Acknowledge your strengths, efforts, and small wins regularly. For instance, tell yourself, "I handled that situation better than before," or "I am proud of my commitment today." This positive feedback loop builds confidence and buffers against self-doubt. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, fostering a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. When faced with setbacks, positive self-talk helps you manage emotions constructively. Instead of spiraling into frustration or despair, you can remind yourself, "Setbacks are temporary and part of my growth," or "I have overcome challenges before and can do so again." These statements anchor you in resilience and prevent negative emotions from overwhelming your judgment and motivation. Visualizing positive outcomes supports your inner dialogue by creating mental images of success. When you combine visualization with affirmations, you program your mind to expect and strive for favorable results. Picture yourself calmly solving problems, achieving goals, and staying steady under pressure. This practice builds emotional strength and prepares you to act with confidence rather than fear. Developing mental resilience through positive self-talk also involves setting realistic expectations. Avoid perfectionism and recognize that growth includes mistakes and setbacks. Tell yourself, progress is a process, not a perfect outcome. This acceptance reduces pressure and allows you to stay committed even when things don't go as planned. Realistic self-talk encourages perseverance by embracing imperfection as part of the journey. It is helpful to create a personal repertoire of empowering phrases tailored to your needs and challenges. Write these down and keep them accessible for moments when negative thoughts arise. Repeating these phrases during difficult times helps shift your mindset quickly and anchors your focus on constructive responses. Over time, these affirmations become ingrained and provide automatic support during stress. Mindfulness practices complement positive self-talk by increasing your ability to observe thoughts without judgment. Mindfulness teaches you to create distance between yourself and your inner critic. This separation makes it easier to question negative beliefs and replace them with empowering statements. Incorporating mindfulness exercises into your daily routine enhances your awareness and control over your mental dialogue. Surrounding yourself with positive influences reinforces the practice of constructive self-talk. Engage with people who support your growth and provide encouragement. Consume books, podcasts, and media that inspire resilience and optimism. External positivity nurtures your inner voice and creates a feedback loop that strengthens your mindset. Recognize that mental resilience is not about eliminating negative thoughts entirely, but managing them skillfully. Accept that doubts and fears will arise, but do not have to dictate your actions. Positive self-talk equips you with tools to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively to inner challenges. This mastery over your mental dialogue builds emotional stability and sustained motivation. Celebrate your progress in cultivating positive self-talk. Reflect on moments when your inner voice supported you through difficulty. Acknowledge how this shift has improved your confidence and ability to stay focused. Recognizing growth encourages continued effort and solidifies new mental habits. Practice patience with yourself throughout this transformation. Changing deep-seated thought patterns takes time and dedication. Avoid frustration if negative self-talk resurfaces. Instead, view each recognition and correction as a step forward. Consistent practice strengthens your mental resilience, like exercising a muscle builds physical strength. Positive self-talk also enhances decision-making by reducing fear and doubt. When your inner dialogue supports your capabilities, you approach choices with clarity and confidence. This leads to more decisive action and reduces procrastination caused by indecision. Mental resilience through supportive self-talk fosters a proactive rather than reactive approach to life's demands. Engaging in self-reflection deepens your understanding of your mental patterns. Set aside time regularly to observe your thoughts and emotional responses. Identify triggers that lead to negative self-talk and develop strategies to counter them. This self-awareness empowers you to intervene early and maintain a constructive mindset. Developing mental resilience creates a ripple effect across all areas of life. As you strengthen your inner dialogue, your relationships, work performance, and overall well-being improve. You become better equipped to handle stress, maintain focus, and pursue goals with determination. This resilience forms a foundation for continuous growth and self-mastery. Commit to integrating positive self-talk into your daily routine as a non-negotiable practice. Start and end each day with affirmations that reinforce your strengths and purpose. Use these moments to reset your mindset and prepare for challenges ahead. Over time, this practice becomes an automatic habit that anchors your self-discipline mindset. Remember that your inner voice is a powerful ally or adversary. Choose to cultivate it with care and intention. The words you speak to yourself shape your beliefs, emotions, and actions. Positive self-talk is an act of self-respect and empowerment that fuels mental resilience and propels you toward your highest potential. By mastering the art of positive self-talk, you build a resilient mind capable of navigating adversity with calm and strength. This mental discipline creates space for focused effort, creativity, and joy. It transforms challenges into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. The journey of developing mental resilience through your inner dialogue is a lifelong practice that enriches your life and deepens your self-discipline. Chapter 6. Create routines that support your long-term vision. Routines are the invisible architecture supporting every long-term vision. Without them, aspirations remain distant dreams easily derailed by daily distractions and unexpected challenges. Establishing routines aligned with your goals transforms ambition into consistent action. These structured habits create momentum, reduce decision fatigue, and embed discipline into your lifestyle. By intentionally designing daily practices that support your vision, you build a resilient framework that carries you forward steadily. Start by clarifying your long-term vision with precision. Understand what you truly want to achieve and why it matters deeply to you. This clarity guides the selection of routines that serve your purpose rather than drain your energy. When routines align with your core values and future goals, they feel meaningful and motivate sustained commitment, even when enthusiasm wanes. Designing routines begins with identifying key activities that directly contribute to your vision. Break down your goals into essential behaviors that, when practiced regularly, accumulate into progress. For example, if your vision involves improving health, routines might include daily exercise, mindful eating, and quality sleep. For professional growth, it could be focused work sessions, continuous learning, and networking. The goal is to convert broad objectives into concrete, repeatable actions. Start small by introducing 1 or 2 routines at a time. Overloading yourself with too many changes creates overwhelm and reduces the likelihood of success. Choose manageable habits that fit naturally into your current schedule and gradually increase their intensity or frequency. This incremental approach builds confidence and embeds new behaviors into your identity without causing burnout. Consistency is the heartbeat of effective routines. Doing something regularly, even in small doses, is more powerful than sporadic bursts of intense effort. A daily habit, practiced steadily, beats occasional grand gestures because it rewires your brain to accept new behaviors as normal. This consistency forms a reliable foundation that supports growth during times of stress or fatigue. Link new routines to existing habits or cues in your environment. Habit stacking, where you attach a new behavior to an established one, makes adopting routines easier and more automatic. For example, if you want to meditate daily, practice immediately after brushing your teeth. This connection leverages your brain's pattern recognition to reduce the mental effort needed to start a new habit. Routines also benefit from intentional timing. Aligning practices with your natural energy peaks enhances effectiveness. Schedule demanding tasks when your focus is highest and reserve simpler activities for low-energy periods. This synchronization respects your body's rhythms and improves your ability to maintain discipline without excessive strain. Accountability strengthens routine adherence. Share your intentions with trusted friends or mentors who encourage your progress. Tracking your habits through journals, apps, or checklists provides tangible evidence of commitment and motivates you to maintain momentum. Celebrating streaks or milestones reinforces positive behavior and creates a rewarding feedback loop. Flexibility within routines is essential for long-term sustainability. Life inevitably brings changes and disruptions. Rigid routines that don't adapt can lead to frustration and abandonment. Build in allowances for adjustments without losing sight of your core objectives. For example, if you miss a morning workout, reschedule it for the evening instead of skipping entirely. This adaptable mindset prevents setbacks from turning into derailments. Mindful engagement during routines enhances their impact. Rather than performing habits mechanically, bring full attention to each action. This presence deepens the connection between your daily practices and long-term vision, making routines feel purposeful rather than tedious. Mindfulness also increases awareness of what is working and what needs adjustment. Periodically review and refine your routines to ensure they continue to serve your evolving goals. As you grow, your priorities and circumstances change. Some habits may lose relevance while new ones become necessary. Reflection helps you stay aligned with your vision and prevents routines from becoming stagnant or counterproductive. Integrate rituals into your routines to anchor meaning and motivation. Rituals are symbolic acts that reinforce your identity and commitment. For instance, lighting a candle before work or journaling your intentions each morning can create a sacred space for focus. These practices elevate routines from mundane tasks to meaningful moments that nurture your spirit and discipline. Avoid perfectionism when establishing routines. Missing a day or struggling with consistency is normal and does not negate progress. Cultivate self-compassion and view lapses as opportunities to learn rather than failures. This gentle attitude maintains motivation and encourages persistence through challenges. Routines that nourish your physical and mental well-being are vital. Prioritize sleep hygiene, balanced nutrition, movement and relaxation within your daily practices. A healthy body supports mental clarity and energy, making it easier to sustain disciplined efforts. Neglecting self-care undermines progress and increases vulnerability to stress. Harness the power of technology wisely to support routines. Use reminders, timers, and habit-tracking apps to stay organized and motivated. However, be cautious of digital distractions that erode focus. Design your technology use intentionally to enhance rather than hinder your discipline. Surround yourself with environments that encourage your routines. Arrange your physical space to reduce friction and promote ease of practice. For example, keep workout clothes visible to prompt exercise or place books within reach for daily reading. Environmental cues act as silent partners in maintaining consistency. Link routines to your sense of identity by framing them as expressions of who you are becoming. Instead of seeing habits as chores, view them as evidence of your commitment to growth and excellence. This shift from external obligation to internal alignment deepens motivation and integrates discipline into your self-concept. Recognize the compounding effect of routines over time. Small daily actions multiply into significant transformations. Patience and faith in this process cultivate perseverance. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways that make discipline easier and more natural. Developing routines that support your vision requires deliberate effort, but yields profound results. These daily commitments create a reliable structure that guides you steadily toward your highest aspirations. They transform abstract dreams into concrete realities through consistent, focused action. Take ownership of your routines as powerful tools that shape your future. You hold the authority to craft habits that propel you forward or hinder your progress. Embrace this responsibility with courage and clarity. Build routines that not only serve your goals but also bring you joy and fulfillment. When routines align with what you love and value, they become sources of energy rather than obligation. Commit to the ongoing process of creating, maintaining, and evolving routines. This journey strengthens your self-discipline mindset and cultivates a life of intention, purpose, and resilience. Through thoughtful routines, your long-term vision gains wings to soar. Chapter 7. Break big tasks into manageable, actionable steps. Facing a large task can feel overwhelming and paralyze even the most determined person. The key to overcoming this hurdle lies in breaking that big task into smaller, manageable, and actionable steps. When you divide your work into clear, digestible pieces, it becomes easier to start, maintain momentum, and achieve steady progress. This method not only simplifies complexity but also builds confidence and discipline by creating a clear path forward. Starting with clarity is essential. Understand the full scope of the task before breaking it down. Define the ultimate outcome you want to achieve, then visualize what success looks like in detail. This clear picture provides direction and motivates you to take the next step. Without this understanding, breaking a task into steps may result in disorganized or ineffective actions. Once you have a clear goal, identify the major components or phases that constitute the task. These components serve as broad categories or milestones. For example, if your task is launching a new project, the phases might include research, planning, execution, and review. Segmenting the task this way creates a framework that organizes your efforts logically and prevents feeling lost in ambiguity. Within each major component, break down the work further into specific, actionable steps. Focus on creating tasks that are clear, achievable, and measurable. Instead of vague goals like work on presentation, specify, create slide outline or draft introduction paragraph. Actionable steps eliminate guesswork and reduce procrastination by defining exactly what needs to be done next. Prioritize the steps based on logical sequence and impact. Some actions depend on others, so arrange your steps in an order that reflects dependencies. Addressing high-impact tasks early builds momentum and motivation. Prioritization ensures you invest energy where it matters most and avoid wasting time on less important activities. Estimate the time and resources required for each step. This practical assessment helps you plan realistically and allocate your efforts efficiently. Breaking down large tasks without considering time often leads to frustration or missed deadlines. Accurate estimation supports effective scheduling and maintains progress within manageable boundaries. Set clear deadlines for each step to create a sense of urgency and focus. Deadlines prevent tasks from lingering indefinitely and encourage consistent progress. Be mindful to assign reasonable timeframes that challenge you but remain achievable. Balancing ambition and realism promotes discipline and prevents burnout. Visual tools like checklists, flowcharts, or project management apps aid in organizing and tracking your steps. Visual representation makes the task tangible and helps monitor progress. Seeing completed steps builds motivation and provides a clear overview of what remains. Choose tools that fit your style and keep your plan accessible. Taking the first step, no matter how small, is critical. Starting action breaks inertia and sets the process in motion. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions or complete information, as these delays fuel procrastination. Progress, not perfection, drives momentum, and each step forward brings clarity and motivation for the next. Celebrate completion of each step to reinforce progress and maintain motivation. Acknowledging small wins boosts confidence and creates positive momentum. This practice transforms the journey into a series of successes rather than an endless grind. Positive reinforcement strengthens your commitment to the overall goal. Stay flexible and ready to adjust your plan as you work through steps. New information or obstacles may require revising tasks or timelines. Adaptability keeps you moving forward instead of stuck in rigid plans. Viewing your breakdown as a living document promotes resilience and responsiveness to changing circumstances. Avoid multitasking across steps to maintain focus and quality. Give your full attention to one task at a time to complete it effectively and efficiently. Multitasking scatters energy and reduces productivity. Concentrated effort increases speed and sharpens results. Use time blocking to dedicate specific periods to individual steps. Scheduling focused sessions prevents distractions and promotes deep work. This intentional allocation of time supports consistency and discipline by embedding tasks within your daily routine. Break large steps further if they still feel intimidating. Sometimes what appears as a small task can hide complexity. Continue dividing until each step feels manageable and within your control. This granular approach dismantles overwhelm and makes the path forward clear and actionable. Regularly review your plan to assess progress and identify bottlenecks. Reflecting on your journey helps you celebrate accomplishments and adjust strategies. It provides insights into your working style and reveals opportunities for improvement. Keep your ultimate goal in sight throughout the process. Linking each step to the bigger picture maintains motivation and purpose. When enthusiasm fades, reminding yourself why you started renews commitment and energy. Build accountability into your process by sharing your plan and progress with others. External accountability increases commitment and provides support. Reporting your achievements and challenges motivates you to stay on track and overcome obstacles. Recognize that breaking tasks into steps is a skill developed through practice. Early attempts may be imperfect, but improve with experience. Persistence in refining this approach enhances your efficiency and confidence in handling complexity. Addressing emotional barriers is important when facing big tasks. Feelings of fear or doubt can stall progress. Use positive self-talk and mindfulness to manage these emotions and maintain focus on actionable steps. Aligning your task breakdown with your strengths maximizes effectiveness. Delegate or seek help for steps outside your expertise. Leveraging your unique skills and support networks accelerates progress and reduces stress. Time management and breaking tasks into steps work hand in hand. Allocate appropriate time for each step and avoid rushing. Balanced pacing sustains energy and enhances quality. Recognize when a step is complete and avoid overworking. Knowing when to move on prevents perfectionism from delaying progress. Trust your judgment and keep forward momentum. Document lessons learned during the process. Reflect on what worked and what didn't to improve future task management. This reflective practice deepens your self-awareness and strategic thinking. Use positive reinforcement after completing significant milestones. Reward yourself to maintain motivation and celebrate growth. Recognition creates a positive association with disciplined effort. Remember that breaking big tasks into manageable steps reduces anxiety and increases control. It turns overwhelming projects into achievable actions. This clarity fuels confidence and resilience. Commit to applying this approach consistently across all areas of life. Whether personal goals, work projects, or learning new skills, this strategy transforms how you handle challenges. By mastering the art of dividing complex tasks into clear, actionable steps, you create a roadmap for success. This process empowers you to overcome procrastination, maintain focus, and achieve your vision with steady progress and unwavering discipline. Chapter 8. Monitor your progress and adjust strategies regularly. Tracking your progress is essential for meaningful growth and sustained success. Without regular monitoring, it's easy to lose sight of your goals or continue ineffective strategies. Monitoring allows you to measure how far you've come and identify where adjustments are necessary to stay on course. It transforms vague intentions into tangible results by making your journey visible and actionable. Begin by setting clear criteria to evaluate your progress. Define what success looks like in measurable terms so you can objectively assess your efforts, whether it's daily habits, skill improvements, or milestone achievements. Having specific markers gives you concrete evidence of advancement. These benchmarks help avoid ambiguity and provide focus. Establish a consistent schedule for reviewing your progress. Daily or weekly check-ins create rhythm and discipline. These moments of reflection serve as accountability checkpoints and prevent small issues from becoming major setbacks. Regular review embeds self-awareness into your routine and keeps momentum steady. Keep detailed records of your activities and outcomes. Journaling, spreadsheets, or digital tools can help capture data and observations. Writing down what you did, how you felt, and what results occurred clarifies patterns and progress. This documentation serves as a feedback loop, guiding future decisions and adjustments. Honesty is critical when assessing your progress. Avoid sugarcoating or ignoring shortcomings. Facing reality even when uncomfortable empowers you to make necessary changes rather than persisting with ineffective actions. This mindset fosters resilience and growth by valuing truth over comfort. Celebrate achievements, no matter how small, during your reviews. Recognizing success reinforces positive behavior and boosts motivation. Acknowledgement creates emotional rewards that encourage continued effort. Balancing celebration with critical assessment maintains both enthusiasm and focus. Analyze the effectiveness of your current strategies regularly. Identify which habits, routines, or approaches yield the best results and which hinder your progress. This evaluation helps you allocate time and energy wisely toward what truly works. Continual refinement sharpens your approach and improves efficiency. Be open to experimentation and change. What worked before may not serve your evolving goals or circumstances. Adaptability is a strength that prevents stagnation and encourages innovation. Trying new methods with curiosity expands your toolkit and uncovers better ways forward. Set short-term goals within your larger vision to create manageable checkpoints. These smaller targets make progress easier to track and celebrate. They also provide opportunities to recalibrate strategies frequently. Short-term focus sustains motivation and prevents overwhelm from the big picture. Seek feedback from trusted mentors, peers, or coaches. External perspectives can reveal blind spots and offer valuable insights. Constructive criticism, when received with openness, enhances self-awareness and prompts effective adjustments. Collaboration supports accountability and growth. Develop a mindset that views setbacks as learning opportunities. When progress stalls or mistakes occur, analyze what can be improved instead of assigning blame or giving up. This perspective fosters resilience and encourages continuous improvement through experience. Use data visualization tools like graphs or progress bars to make your achievements tangible. Visual representations provide immediate feedback and inspire action. They also highlight trends that might be missed in written summaries. Visualization makes progress concrete and motivating. Allocate time for deep reflection beyond routine check-ins. Contemplating your journey, values, and motivations strengthens your connection to your goals. This deeper awareness guides meaningful adjustments rather than superficial fixes. Reflection nurtures wisdom and intentionality. Balance self-compassion with accountability. Recognize that progress is not always linear and that setbacks are natural. Be kind to yourself while maintaining responsibility for your actions. This balance sustains mental resilience and prevents discouragement. Use progress monitoring to adjust your workload and pace. If you notice fatigue or burnout signals, recalibrate your efforts to protect well-being. Sustainable progress requires managing energy, not just time or tasks. Listening to your body and mind supports longevity. Refine your priorities based on what your progress reveals. Shift focus toward activities that yield the highest impact and away from distractions. This alignment ensures your efforts contribute directly to your vision. Prioritization guided by data increases productivity. Develop contingency plans for potential obstacles uncovered through monitoring. Anticipating challenges and preparing responses minimizes disruptions. Planning for setbacks enhances confidence and reduces anxiety about uncertainty. Track emotional and mental states alongside tangible results. Understanding how you feel during progress provides clues about motivation and engagement. Positive emotions fuel persistence, while negative feelings may signal needed changes. Emotional awareness complements factual assessment. Maintain flexibility in your strategies without losing sight of your ultimate goals. Adjustments should serve progress, not distract from it. This disciplined flexibility balances consistency with responsiveness. Incorporate rewards and incentives into your monitoring system to reinforce commitment. Designing meaningful rewards for milestones sustains enthusiasm. Rewards act as motivation boosters during demanding phases. Document lessons learned systematically. Recording insights helps avoid repeating mistakes and builds a personal knowledge base. This repository guides future projects and deepens self-mastery. Share progress transparently with supportive communities. Public accountability encourages persistence and invites encouragement. Engaging with others on your journey creates connection and shared motivation. Recognize when to pivot or redefine goals based on progress evaluations. Sometimes growth reveals new priorities or directions. Embracing change thoughtfully ensures your path remains relevant and fulfilling. Develop habits that support regular review without becoming burdensome. Streamlining your process keeps it sustainable. Overcomplicated monitoring can lead to avoidance or burnout. Commit to lifelong monitoring and adjustment as part of personal growth. This ongoing process sustains excellence and adaptability. Viewing progress tracking as a continuous practice embeds discipline deeply into your character. By actively monitoring your progress and adjusting strategies, you maintain control over your journey. This practice transforms ambition into achievement through conscious effort and informed decisions. Mastery of this cycle fuels enduring self-discipline and meaningful success. Chapter 9. Eliminate distractions to maintain focus on priorities. Distractions are one of the greatest obstacles to achieving your goals and maintaining self-discipline. They steal your time, drain your energy, and scatter your focus away from what truly matters. To cultivate a mindset of discipline and make meaningful progress, it is crucial to identify, minimize, and eliminate distractions that divert you from your priorities. This is not about creating a perfect environment, but about designing your space and habits to protect your focus and empower your will. Begin by understanding what pulls your attention away from your most important tasks. Distractions can be external, like noisy environments, social media notifications, or interruptions from others. They can also be internal, such as wandering thoughts, daydreams, or emotional disturbances. Recognizing both types is the first step toward regaining control over your focus. Create physical spaces dedicated to work or concentration that limit interruptions. This might mean organizing a specific room or corner where distractions are minimized. Clear clutter, turn off devices not needed for your task, and signal to those around you that you are in focused mode. Designing your environment intentionally sends a message to your brain that it is time for serious work. Limit access to digital distractions by managing notifications and app usage. Silence unnecessary alerts and delete or block apps that tend to consume your attention mindlessly. Use tools such as website blockers or do not disturb modes during focused work periods. These boundaries help maintain a distraction-free zone and reduce the temptation to divert your attention. Structure your day with dedicated blocks of uninterrupted time for priority tasks. Scheduling focus sessions creates habits that your mind anticipates and prepares for. During these periods, commit to single tasking, avoiding multitasking which fragments attention. Clear time boundaries enhance concentration and help you build stamina for deep work. Develop mental discipline to resist internal distractions by practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. When you notice your thoughts drifting, gently bring your attention back to the present task. This exercise strengthens your mental muscles and improves your ability to sustain focus amid potential disruptions. Break tasks into smaller segments, with short breaks to prevent mental fatigue and wandering attention. Work in focused bursts, such as using the Pomodoro technique, which balances effort with rest. This approach maintains high energy levels and sharpens concentration during work periods. Set clear goals and intentions before each work session to anchor your mind on the purpose of your effort. Remind yourself why the task is important and what you aim to accomplish. This clarity reduces susceptibility to distraction by aligning your focus with meaningful outcomes. Practice saying no to social obligations or requests that interfere with your focus time. Protecting your priorities sometimes means setting firm boundaries with others. Communicating your needs respectfully preserves your energy and signals your commitment to your goals. Train your brain to value focus by rewarding yourself after periods of concentrated work. Positive reinforcement builds an association between discipline and pleasure, making it easier to repeat the behavior. Choose rewards that refresh and motivate without causing distraction. Reduce sensory distractions by managing lighting, noise, and comfort in your workspace. Soft lighting, calming sounds, or white noise machines can create an atmosphere conducive to concentration. Comfort reduces physical distractions such as discomfort or restlessness. Cultivate patience with yourself when distractions occur. Instead of harsh judgment, acknowledge the interruption and redirect your focus calmly. This gentle approach maintains motivation and prevents negative emotions from derailing your efforts. Use lists or journals to capture distracting thoughts and ideas that arise during focused work. Writing them down allows you to acknowledge these impulses without acting on them immediately. This practice declutters your mind and prevents distractions from taking over. Create morning and evening routines that set the tone for focus throughout your day. Beginning your day with intention and ending it with reflection prepares your mind for disciplined effort and recovery. Routines reinforce mental habits that protect against distraction. Limit multitasking in all areas of life to improve overall focus and efficiency. Switching between tasks wastes energy and reduces quality of work. Prioritizing one task at a time enhances your ability to stay fully engaged and productive. Identify personal triggers that increase susceptibility to distraction, such as fatigue or hunger. Address these needs proactively to maintain optimal focus. Taking care of your physical health supports mental clarity and discipline. Practice digital minimalism by decluttering your devices and reducing unnecessary digital inputs. Streamline your apps, emails, and files to simplify your digital environment. A cleaner digital space mirrors a focused mind. Engage in regular physical activity to improve your brain's capacity for sustained attention. Exercise increases blood flow and reduces stress, both of which support cognitive function. A healthy body supports a disciplined mind. Seek accountability partners who respect and support your focus goals. Sharing your intention to minimize distractions with others encourages commitment and provides encouragement. Accountability helps maintain discipline through shared purpose. Be mindful of the quality and quantity of information you consume. Limit exposure to sensational or negative media that distracts and drains mental energy. Curate your sources to feed your mind with constructive and relevant content. Practice deep breathing or brief meditation to reset your focus when distractions overwhelm you. These techniques calm the nervous system and sharpen attention. Incorporating these practices into breaks strengthens your ability to return to tasks refreshed. Recognize that eliminating distractions is an ongoing process requiring continuous effort. As life changes, new distractions may emerge, and your strategies need updating. Maintaining awareness and flexibility keeps your focus strong over time. Embrace discomfort that comes with focus and discipline. Distraction often tempts us to avoid difficult or tedious tasks. Choosing focus despite discomfort strengthens your willpower and advances your priorities. Design your daily habits to include focus-enhancing activities such as reading, planning, and prioritizing. These practices condition your mind to stay centered and resist fragmentation. Avoid overcommitting to tasks or engagements that scatter your attention. Learning to say no preserves your mental resources for what truly matters. Focus is a limited resource that requires protection. Evaluate your progress regularly to identify patterns of distraction. Understanding when and why you lose focus allows you to adjust your environment and routines effectively. Awareness is key to continuous improvement. Invest in quality tools and resources that support your focus, such as noise-canceling headphones or ergonomic furniture. These investments reduce physical distractions and create a professional environment conducive to discipline. Understand that maintaining focus on priorities is a choice you make every moment. Taking responsibility for where your attention goes empowers you to reclaim control. This conscious choice forms the foundation of a disciplined life. By eliminating distractions, you reclaim your time and energy for purposeful action. This clarity fuels productivity and transforms intentions into achievements. Focused effort builds momentum that propels you steadily toward your goals. Commit to protecting your focus as fiercely as you protect your health and relationships. Focus is the currency of success and self-mastery. Guard it wisely to live a life aligned with your highest priorities. Chapter 10. Cultivate patience to overcome setbacks and challenges. Patience is one of the most powerful qualities to develop when facing setbacks and challenges. It allows you to maintain calm and clarity in the midst of difficulty and prevents frustration from undermining your progress. Cultivating patience is not about passivity or waiting idly. It is an active practice of endurance, understanding, and steady perseverance. When you embrace patience, you create space to respond wisely instead of reacting impulsively, which strengthens your resilience and capacity for growth. Challenges are inevitable on any meaningful journey. They test your resolve and push you beyond your comfort zone. Accepting this reality prepares your mind to meet obstacles with a balanced perspective. Patience helps you resist the urge to give up or rush solutions that may be shallow or short-lived. Instead, it encourages thoughtful action that leads to sustainable progress. Developing patience starts with shifting your mindset from immediate gratification to long-term vision. Recognize that lasting success and personal growth rarely happen overnight. Results often require sustained effort over time. This understanding helps you stay committed during periods when progress feels slow or invisible. When setbacks occur, practice reframing them as opportunities for learning rather than failures. Each difficulty carries lessons that deepen your wisdom and improve your strategies. Patience gives you the emotional stability to examine challenges objectively and extract valuable insights. Breathing exercises and mindfulness techniques support the cultivation of patience by calming the nervous system and increasing awareness of your reactions. These practices help you create distance between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose patience over frustration. Regular mindfulness nurtures emotional regulation and strengthens your ability to stay grounded. Break down overwhelming problems into smaller, manageable parts to avoid feeling defeated. Tackling issues step by step creates a sense of progress and control. Patience grows when you focus on what you can do now rather than worrying about the entire challenge at once. Cultivate gratitude even during difficult times. Appreciating small positive elements in your life shifts focus away from distress and fosters a balanced outlook. Gratitude fuels patience by reminding you of the resources and strengths you already possess to navigate hardships. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage patience and perseverance. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends or mentors provides perspective and emotional support. Their encouragement reinforces your ability to stay patient when facing setbacks. Set realistic expectations to prevent discouragement. Unrealistic timelines or perfectionist standards increase stress and impatience. Align your goals with practical steps and acknowledge that progress varies depending on circumstances. This realism builds patience by reducing pressure and frustration. Celebrate incremental progress rather than waiting for major milestones. Recognizing small victories reinforces your commitment and boosts morale. This practice keeps you engaged and patient throughout the entire process, making challenges easier to endure. Develop self-compassion as an essential component of patience. Treat yourself kindly when setbacks occur, instead of harsh self-criticism. Compassion softens the emotional impact of challenges and encourages a nurturing inner dialogue. This supportive attitude helps sustain patience during tough moments. Practice perseverance by committing to consistent effort regardless of immediate outcomes. Persistence combined with patience creates a powerful force that propels you forward. Understand that setbacks are temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. Use setbacks as opportunities to reassess and refine your approach. Patience includes the willingness to pause, reflect, and adjust your strategies based on new information. Flexibility enhances your resilience and prevents stagnation. Maintain focus on your purpose and values to anchor patience. When you feel connected to why you started, endurance becomes easier. Purpose fuels determination and helps you navigate challenges with a steady spirit. Avoid comparing your progress to others. Each person's journey is unique with different timelines and obstacles. Comparison breeds impatience and dissatisfaction. Concentrate on your path and celebrate your individual growth. Build routines that support emotional balance and stress management. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and healthy nutrition improve your capacity to stay patient under pressure. Physical well-being directly influences mental resilience. Learn to accept uncertainty and unpredictability as natural parts of life. Patience involves embracing the unknown without anxiety or resistance. This acceptance reduces stress and helps you maintain composure in fluctuating situations. Visualize successful outcomes to reinforce patience and motivation. Imagining the rewards of persistence strengthens your resolve and counters discouragement. Positive visualization creates mental clarity and focus. Engage in constructive self-talk that encourages patience and calmness. Replace negative or anxious thoughts with affirmations that remind you of your strength and capability. This internal dialogue shapes your emotional responses. Practice delaying reactions to frustration by counting to 10 or pausing before responding. This simple technique creates a buffer that supports patient responses rather than impulsive actions. Developing this habit improves your emotional control. Remember that patience is a skill refined through repeated practice and experience. Expecting immediate mastery leads to frustration. Embrace setbacks as part of learning how to cultivate this virtue deeply. Use journaling to track your experiences with patience and setbacks. Writing down your thoughts and progress increases self-awareness and highlights growth areas. Reflection fosters intentional improvement. Focus on what is within your control rather than worrying about external factors. Directing energy toward actions you can influence builds confidence and patience. This mindset reduces feelings of helplessness and frustration. Maintain a hopeful attitude despite challenges. Hope inspires patience by sustaining belief in positive outcomes. It energizes persistence and supports emotional endurance. Recognize when to seek help or take breaks to replenish patience reserves. Overextending yourself can diminish your ability to remain calm and resilient. Rest and support strengthen your capacity for endurance. Adopt a long-term perspective that values process over immediate results. Viewing life as a series of growth experiences cultivates patience and humility. This perspective encourages steady progress instead of quick fixes. Focus on continuous improvement rather than perfection. Patience flourishes when you accept that mistakes and setbacks are natural steps in development. This mindset fosters learning and reduces frustration. Remember that patience empowers you to face adversity with grace and strength. It transforms obstacles into stepping stones and challenges into opportunities. By nurturing patience, you build a foundation for lasting success and inner peace. Commit to practicing patience daily as an active choice. Integrating patience into your mindset enhances resilience, self-discipline, and emotional balance. This commitment shapes how you approach life's inevitable difficulties. Through patient endurance, setbacks lose their power to derail you. Instead, they become catalysts for growth and transformation. Cultivating patience is essential for overcoming challenges and achieving meaningful progress. Chapter 11. Use visualization to reinforce your self-discipline mindset. Visualization is a powerful tool that strengthens your self-discipline mindset by creating a vivid mental image of your goals and the steps required to achieve them. It bridges the gap between your current reality and the future you desire, making abstract ambitions tangible and emotionally compelling. When practiced consistently, visualization conditions your mind to expect success and primes you to act with determination and clarity. Begin by clearly defining the goal or behavior you want to reinforce through visualization. The clearer the image, the more effective the process becomes. Picture the details of what success looks like, how it feels, and the environment surrounding your achievement. Incorporate sensory elements like sights, sounds, and emotions to make the scene vivid and immersive. Visualizing your ideal self disciplined in action strengthens neural pathways associated with the behaviors you want to develop. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain for real-life execution, reducing resistance and increasing confidence. When you repeatedly imagine yourself overcoming temptations or staying focused, your mind becomes conditioned to act accordingly. Use visualization as a daily practice, ideally during moments of calm and focus. Morning or evening sessions work well because they set intentions for the day or reinforce accomplishments. Spending just a few minutes mentally rehearsing your disciplined actions reinforces commitment and primes motivation. Focus on the process as much as the outcome during visualization. Instead of only picturing the end goal, imagine the consistent habits, decisions, and challenges you face along the way. This balanced approach fosters resilience by preparing you for obstacles and encouraging persistence. Imagine yourself responding positively to difficult situations that typically test your discipline. See yourself calmly resisting distractions, pushing through fatigue, or saying no to unhelpful impulses. This mental simulation builds emotional strength and equips you with strategies to maintain focus when challenges arise. Integrate affirmations into your visualization to deepen your belief in your ability to stay disciplined. Repeat empowering statements such as, "I am capable of consistent effort," or "I choose focus and control," while imagining your success. Affirmations anchor your mental images and boost self-confidence. Visualization also helps clarify your motivations by connecting your disciplined actions to deeper values and desires. Picture how achieving self-discipline improves your life, relationships, or well-being. This connection provides emotional fuel that sustains effort during moments of doubt. Use vivid, positive imagery to evoke feelings of pride, satisfaction, and accomplishment. Experiencing these emotions mentally reinforces the reward system in your brain, making disciplined behaviors more attractive. This emotional engagement strengthens your resolve and desire to persist. Create a mental movie where you see yourself waking up early, completing tasks efficiently, and staying focused without procrastination. Rehearse this scenario regularly to build familiarity and expectation. The more detailed and frequent your mental movie, the more likely your brain will translate it into real-world action. If negative thoughts or doubts arise during visualization, gently redirect your focus back to the positive image. Treat these distractions as passing clouds and maintain steady attention on your goals. This practice improves concentration and mental resilience. Pair visualization with physical cues or rituals to enhance its impact. For example, before starting work, close your eyes and mentally run through your visualization, then open your eyes and begin. This routine signals your brain to enter a disciplined state and aligns mind and body. Adjust your visualizations as you progress. Update mental images to reflect new goals, achievements, or challenges. Keeping visualization relevant maintains engagement and ensures it continues to support your evolving self-discipline journey. Consider journaling about your visualization experiences to deepen insight. Write down what you imagine, the emotions evoked, and any new ideas that emerge. This reflection increases awareness and reinforces mental rehearsal. Combine visualization with goal setting by imagining clear steps needed to reach milestones. Picture yourself completing each step successfully and moving closer to your objective. This method breaks down intimidating goals into achievable actions, making discipline easier to sustain. Use visualization to prepare for moments of temptation or weakness. Anticipate specific scenarios where your discipline might falter and rehearse disciplined responses. This mental preparation builds readiness and reduces vulnerability. Incorporate breathing techniques during visualization to calm the mind and enhance focus. Deep, slow breaths help anchor your attention and increase mental clarity. The combination of breath and imagery deepens the experience and reinforces calm determination. Recognize that visualization is a skill improved through regular practice. Initial attempts may feel awkward or superficial, but persistence builds vividness and effectiveness. Consistency is key to unlocking its full potential. Share your visualization practices with trusted mentors or accountability partners to enhance commitment. Discussing your mental rehearsals can clarify intentions and encourage continued practice. External support strengthens motivation. Use technology if helpful, such as guided visualization audios or apps designed to support mental rehearsal. These tools can provide structure and deepen your focus. Choose resources that resonate with your style and goals. Avoid using visualization as a substitute for action. It is a powerful complement, but must be paired with consistent effort and real-world behaviors. The goal is to align your mind's expectations with your actions. Maintain a patient attitude toward visualization outcomes. Changes in mindset and behavior may take time to manifest. Trust the process and remain committed to daily practice. Visualize overcoming setbacks and maintaining discipline through adversity. Seeing yourself resilient in difficult times builds mental toughness and perseverance. This prepares you to navigate challenges without losing focus. Use visualization to cultivate a positive self-image as a disciplined and capable individual. Internalizing this identity influences your choices and strengthens your commitment. Seeing yourself as someone who embodies discipline creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. Balance visualization with grounding exercises that keep you connected to the present moment. Awareness of current reality ensures your mental images are realistic and actionable. This balance prevents daydreaming from replacing focused effort. Understand that visualization engages both conscious and subconscious mind. It shapes beliefs, habits, and emotional responses that underpin discipline. Harnessing this power accelerates your transformation. Regularly evaluate the effectiveness of your visualization practice. Notice improvements in motivation, focus, and behavior. Adjust techniques as needed to maintain freshness and impact. Encourage creativity in your visualizations by imagining different paths to success. Flexibility in mental rehearsal nurtures problem-solving skills and adaptability. This openness supports sustained discipline. Recognize visualization as a tool for self-empowerment. It increases your sense of control and readiness to face challenges. This empowerment is fundamental to building lasting self-discipline. Commit to integrating visualization into your daily routine. Over time, it becomes a natural and invaluable part of your mindset. Consistent practice embeds discipline deeply within your character. By regularly visualizing your self-discipline mindset, you create a mental environment ripe for success. This preparation enables you to act with confidence, consistency, and clarity. Visualization is a foundational practice that transforms intentions into realities and strengthens the habits that lead to meaningful achievement. Chapter 12. Hold yourself accountable for your actions daily. Accountability is a vital pillar in developing self-discipline and achieving personal growth. Holding yourself responsible for your actions daily builds integrity and sharpens your ability to follow through on commitments. When you consistently evaluate your behavior and decisions, you create a powerful feedback loop that accelerates progress and deepens self-awareness. Accountability is not about self-punishment. It is about owning your journey honestly and using every experience as a stepping stone toward improvement. Begin each day with a clear intention to be accountable for what you do. This mindset sets the tone for focused and deliberate action. Knowing that you will review your efforts later encourages conscious decision-making and reduces careless behavior. Daily accountability sharpens your sense of responsibility and strengthens your commitment to your goals. Track your actions consistently. Writing down what you accomplish, how you respond to challenges, and where you fall short creates an objective record. This habit removes guesswork and makes your progress visible. It also highlights patterns, successes, and areas that need adjustment. Recording your journey fuels motivation and maintains clarity. Set measurable and realistic standards for yourself. Define what success looks like in specific terms so you can evaluate your performance accurately. These standards act as benchmarks to measure your efforts and results. Clear criteria for accountability prevent vagueness and keep you focused on meaningful growth. Practice honesty in self-assessment. Resist the temptation to excuse shortcomings or ignore mistakes. Facing reality candidly empowers you to make real change rather than staying stuck in denial. This brutal honesty is a sign of strength, not weakness. It cultivates maturity and builds trust with yourself. Use daily reflection as a tool for accountability. Take time at the end of each day to review your actions, decisions, and emotions. Ask yourself what you did well, where you could improve, and what lessons you learned. This ritual creates awareness and continuous learning. It also reinforces the habit of responsibility. Create a system of reminders and alerts to help maintain accountability. Whether it's a journal, planner, app, or simple checklists, tools keep your intentions and commitments front and center. These aids reduce forgetfulness and increase consistency. Automating reminders makes accountability part of your environment. Adopt a proactive attitude toward challenges. When obstacles arise, don't blame external factors or postpone responsibility. Instead, look for solutions and adjustments you can make. Accountability requires active problem-solving and adaptability. This mindset turns setbacks into opportunities for growth. Seek feedback from trusted individuals who can provide honest perspectives on your progress. Sharing your goals and actions with mentors, friends, or coaches creates external accountability. Their observations and encouragement help you stay on track and see blind spots. Support networks increase motivation and commitment. Celebrate your successes to reinforce positive accountability. Recognizing when you meet or exceed your standards boosts confidence and morale. Celebrations, even small ones, create positive associations with responsibility and effort. This emotional reward strengthens your dedication. Develop rituals that anchor accountability into your daily routine. For example, start and end each day with a quick check-in about your goals and behaviors. These rituals create structure and discipline, making accountability habitual rather than optional. Consistency builds reliability. Avoid harsh self-criticism that undermines your progress. Accountability is not about beating yourself up, but about constructive evaluation. Use compassionate language when reflecting on mistakes to maintain motivation. Kindness toward yourself preserves resilience and encourages persistence. Take ownership of your time management as part of accountability. Track how you spend your hours and evaluate whether it aligns with your priorities. Holding yourself responsible for effective time use increases productivity and focus. Time awareness is central to disciplined living. Recognize the difference between accountability and perfectionism. Accountability embraces imperfection as part of growth, while striving for continuous improvement. Avoid setting impossible standards that lead to frustration and avoidance. Balance realism with high expectations. Use accountability to reinforce your values and principles. When actions align with your core beliefs, integrity strengthens and purpose deepens. Daily responsibility to yourself creates congruence between who you are and what you do. This alignment fuels motivation and satisfaction. Develop the habit of immediate accountability by addressing mistakes as soon as they occur. Don't delay recognition or correction. Prompt responses prevent negative consequences from escalating and reinforce self-control. Swift accountability builds discipline. Create consequences and rewards linked to your accountability system. Consequences discourage slipping into bad habits, while rewards encourage consistency. Designing these incentives thoughtfully increases commitment and enjoyment in the process. Document your journey with a focus on progress rather than perfection. Journaling about your successes, challenges, and insights enhances reflection and accountability. This record serves as a motivational resource and guide for future efforts. Cultivate patience in your accountability practice. Changes and improvements often happen gradually. Trust the process and remain committed even when results are not immediate. Patience combined with accountability creates sustainable growth. Recognize that accountability is ultimately about freedom. By owning your choices and actions, you free yourself from excuses and external control. This ownership empowers you to shape your life intentionally and confidently. Practice accountability in all areas of life, including relationships, health, and work. A holistic approach strengthens self-discipline and creates balanced growth. Consistency across domains reinforces character and resilience. Use accountability as a tool to maintain focus on your long-term vision. Regular self-evaluation keeps your actions aligned with your bigger purpose. This alignment prevents drifting and promotes meaningful achievement. Encourage transparency with yourself and others to build trust and commitment. Open communication about your goals and progress fosters support and shared accountability. Transparency creates an environment conducive to growth. Avoid comparing your accountability journey to others. Personal responsibility is unique and tailored to your goals and circumstances. Focus on your path and celebrate your individual progress. Integrate accountability with mindfulness practices to enhance self-awareness. Being present helps you notice choices and behaviors in real time, making accountability more effective. Mindfulness deepens your connection to your actions. Develop resilience by viewing accountability as a learning process rather than a judgment. Embrace mistakes as feedback and maintain a growth mindset. This perspective nurtures courage and persistence. Commit to lifelong accountability as a foundation for self-discipline. Consistent responsibility strengthens habits, character, and success. Viewing accountability as a daily practice embeds it deeply into your identity. By holding yourself accountable every day, you build a strong internal compass that guides your decisions and actions. This discipline transforms intentions into results and creates a life of integrity and purpose. Accountability empowers you to take full control of your journey and unlock your true potential. Chapter 13. Embrace discomfort as a tool for growth. Discomfort is often seen as something to avoid, yet it holds immense power as a catalyst for personal growth and self-discipline. When you learn to embrace discomfort, you open yourself to new challenges and experiences that stretch your limits and deepen your strength. Growth rarely occurs within comfort zones. It requires stepping into situations that test your resolve and push you beyond familiar boundaries. Viewing discomfort as a tool rather than a threat shifts your mindset and empowers you to harness difficult moments for your benefit. Begin by changing your relationship with discomfort. Instead of fearing or resisting it, approach it with curiosity and acceptance. Recognize that feeling uneasy, uncertain, or strained is a natural response when trying something new or challenging. This discomfort signals that your mind and body are adapting and expanding. When you welcome these sensations, you reduce the power they hold to derail your progress. Discomfort often reveals where growth is needed most. It highlights weaknesses, fears, or habits that no longer serve you. Facing these areas with courage allows you to address root causes rather than masking symptoms. This honest confrontation builds authenticity and resilience, forming the foundation of lasting change. Practice leaning into discomfort gradually by seeking small challenges regularly. These can be as simple as waking up earlier, trying unfamiliar tasks, or holding yourself accountable in difficult situations. Each experience builds tolerance and confidence. Over time, your capacity to handle larger obstacles increases. Use discomfort as a signal to pause and reflect. Instead of reacting impulsively or avoiding the feeling, ask yourself what this moment can teach you. What thoughts, beliefs, or behaviors are being tested? What adjustments might help you grow? Reflection transforms discomfort from a negative experience into an insightful opportunity. Develop mental reframing techniques to interpret discomfort positively. Replace thoughts like "this is too hard" with "this is helping me become stronger." Language shapes your emotional response and mindset. Positive framing reduces resistance and invites perseverance. Understand that discomfort often precedes breakthroughs. Moments of struggle or frustration may feel discouraging, but they are frequently the prelude to new levels of insight and ability. Holding steady through discomfort allows you to unlock potential that would otherwise remain hidden. Cultivate patience when facing discomfort. Growth is rarely instant. It unfolds gradually as you stay present and committed. Avoid rushing to eliminate uncomfortable feelings. Instead, allow them space while continuing to act with purpose. Physical discomfort also plays a role in developing discipline. Activities like exercise, cold exposure, or fasting introduce controlled stress that strengthens both body and mind. These practices teach endurance, self-control, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Challenge yourself to resist seeking immediate relief from discomfort through distractions or avoidance. Instead, stay with the feeling and observe it. This practice builds tolerance and reduces fear. Learning to endure discomfort without escape is key to building resilience. Embrace failure and setbacks as forms of discomfort that are essential for growth. These experiences test your commitment and provide valuable lessons. Rather than seeing failure as a stopping point, view it as feedback that guides your development. Build a supportive mindset by reminding yourself of past instances where discomfort led to positive change. Reflecting on these successes strengthens belief in your ability to overcome current challenges. This mental reinforcement sustains motivation. Incorporate discomfort into your daily routine to normalize it. Choose activities that stretch your limits regularly so that discomfort becomes familiar rather than intimidating. This habitual exposure reduces avoidance and enhances courage. Recognize the difference between productive discomfort and harmful pain. True growth comes from manageable challenges that promote learning, not from overwhelming situations that cause burnout or injury. Being mindful of this distinction protects your well-being while encouraging development. Use visualization to prepare for uncomfortable situations. Imagine yourself facing challenges with calmness and confidence. Mental rehearsal strengthens readiness and reduces anxiety when discomfort arises in real life. Surround yourself with people who model embracing discomfort and growth. Their attitudes and behaviors provide inspiration and guidance. Learning from others' experiences makes discomfort more approachable. Develop a language of encouragement for yourself during difficult moments. Phrases like, "I can handle this," or "this challenge is temporary," support persistence. Positive self-talk bolsters your ability to face discomfort constructively. Notice how discomfort sharpens your focus and energy. Often, challenging moments demand heightened awareness and determination. Harness this increased intensity to push through barriers and achieve breakthroughs. Keep a journal to record your experiences with discomfort and the growth that follows. Writing increases self-awareness and tracks progress. Reviewing your entries reminds you of your resilience and commitment. Use discomfort to deepen humility and empathy. Recognizing your own struggles increases compassion for others facing challenges. This awareness enriches relationships and personal character. Practice gratitude for the discomfort that leads to growth. Appreciating these moments shifts your perspective and fosters resilience. Gratitude transforms discomfort from a burden into a blessing. Set clear intentions before engaging in activities that will cause discomfort. Knowing why you choose to face difficulty strengthens your resolve and focus. Purpose clarifies the value of enduring hardship. Balance discomfort with self-care. While growth requires challenge, maintaining physical and emotional health supports sustained effort. Rest, nutrition, and relaxation replenish your capacity to handle tough situations. Recognize that embracing discomfort develops discipline beyond isolated moments. It builds a mindset that welcomes challenge across all areas of life. This mindset becomes a lifelong asset, supporting success and fulfillment. Challenge perfectionism by accepting that discomfort often involves mistakes and imperfections. Growth happens through trial and error. Embracing imperfection reduces fear and encourages experimentation. Celebrate your courage to face discomfort. Acknowledge the bravery it takes to push through resistance. Recognizing your strength reinforces confidence and persistence. Understand that discomfort connects you to your potential. It signals moments where you can expand limits and achieve more than before. This connection inspires continuous growth. Commit to approaching discomfort with openness and curiosity. This attitude transforms fear into opportunity. Curiosity turns each challenge into a chance to learn and improve. By embracing discomfort intentionally, you transform it from an obstacle into a powerful tool for self-discipline and personal development. This practice strengthens your mind, expands your abilities, and prepares you to face life's challenges with grace and determination. Discomfort is not the enemy, but the path toward your fullest potential. Chapter 14. Prioritize health to fuel your mental stamina. Taking care of your physical health is one of the most important investments you can make to strengthen your mental stamina and enhance your ability to maintain self-discipline. Your mind and body work together as an integrated system, and neglecting your health weakens your capacity to focus, persist, and perform consistently. Prioritizing health means committing to habits that fuel your energy, improve cognitive function, and support emotional balance, all of which are essential for cultivating a strong self-discipline mindset. Begin by understanding that mental stamina depends heavily on the quality of your physical state. When your body lacks proper nutrition, hydration, or rest, your brain's ability to concentrate diminishes. Fatigue lowers motivation and increases vulnerability to distractions. To support mental endurance, adopt habits that optimize your physical condition every day. Nutrition plays a foundational role. Choose whole foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to nourish your brain and body. Balanced meals that include protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates provide steady energy and prevent spikes and crashes in blood sugar. Avoid excessive processed foods and sugars that drain energy and impair cognitive function. Consistent nourishment creates a stable platform for mental clarity. Hydration is equally vital. Even mild dehydration negatively affects attention and memory. Make water intake a non-negotiable habit throughout your day. Drinking enough fluids keeps your brain cells functioning optimally and helps you maintain focus for extended periods. Quality sleep cannot be overstated in its impact on mental stamina. Sleep is the time when your brain consolidates memories, clears toxins, and resets emotional balance. Prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep nightly by establishing a consistent sleep routine and creating an environment conducive to deep rest. Avoid screens and stimulants before bedtime to support natural rhythms. Well-rested brains are better equipped to handle stress and sustain discipline. Regular physical exercise enhances blood flow to the brain, stimulates the release of mood-regulating neurotransmitters, and increases overall energy levels. Incorporate activities that elevate your heart rate and strengthen muscles several times a week. Exercise not only boosts physical health, but also reduces anxiety and improves cognitive function. Moving your body becomes a powerful ally for mental stamina. Mindful breathing and relaxation techniques help regulate stress hormones that can otherwise impair concentration and decision-making. Daily practices such as deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching calm the nervous system and improve emotional resilience. Managing stress proactively preserves your mental energy and keeps discipline steady. Limit substances that impair mental function and energy, such as excessive caffeine, alcohol, or recreational drugs. While caffeine in moderate amounts can increase alertness, overconsumption leads to crashes and jitters. Alcohol disrupts sleep and cognitive processes. Making conscious choices about these substances protects your mental stamina and self-control. Maintain a healthy balance between work and rest to avoid burnout. Overworking without sufficient breaks exhausts both body and mind. Schedule regular pauses during your day to reset and recharge. Even short breaks of a few minutes improve focus and productivity. Respecting your limits ensures sustainable discipline. Create an environment that supports healthy habits. Stock your kitchen with nutritious options Design a sleep-friendly bedroom and set up a space for physical activity. A supportive environment reduces friction and encourages consistency in maintaining your health. Track your health habits to increase accountability and awareness. Use journals, apps, or simple checklists to monitor sleep, nutrition, hydration, and exercise. Seeing progress and patterns reinforces commitment and highlights areas needing adjustment. Recognize the connection between emotional health and physical well-being. Prioritize relationships, hobbies, and activities that bring joy and reduce stress. Emotional fulfillment energizes your mind and strengthens your overall stamina. Avoid multitasking as it drains mental energy quickly. Focus on one task at a time to conserve stamina. This practice aligns with caring for your cognitive resources and enhances efficiency. Adapt your health routines as needed based on how your body and mind respond. Flexibility allows you to maintain optimal energy without rigid adherence that leads to frustration. Listening to your body enhances sustainability. Engage in regular health checkups to catch and address issues early. Preventative care supports long-term vitality and mental sharpness. Taking proactive steps protects your ability to maintain self-discipline over time. Incorporate brain-boosting activities such as puzzles, reading, or learning new skills. Mental exercise complements physical health by stimulating neural pathways and building cognitive reserves. Stay connected with nature through outdoor activities when possible. Fresh air and natural light enhance mood and focus, contributing to mental endurance. Practice gratitude and positive thinking to foster emotional well-being. Optimistic mindsets correlate with higher energy and persistence. Maintaining a hopeful outlook strengthens mental stamina during challenges. Set clear boundaries to protect your health priorities. Saying no to unnecessary commitments preserves time and energy for self-care. Boundaries safeguard the foundation of your discipline. Use visualization to imagine yourself thriving with strong health and stamina. Mental images of vitality and focus reinforce your commitment to healthy habits. Recognize that investing in your health is an act of self-respect. Treating your body well sends a message to yourself about your worth and potential. This respect builds confidence and discipline. Avoid comparing your health journey to others. Focus on your unique needs and progress. Personalized care leads to better results and sustained motivation. Remember that health is a lifelong journey, not a short-term fix. Consistent small choices compound into lasting vitality and mental strength. Patience and persistence are essential. Celebrate milestones in your health improvements to maintain enthusiasm. Acknowledge how better nutrition, exercise, or sleep positively affect your mental performance. Positive reinforcement encourages continued effort. Integrate social support by sharing health goals with friends or family. Encouragement and accountability from others enhance adherence and enjoyment. Prioritize mental stamina as much as physical endurance. Rest your mind by disconnecting from screens and information overload periodically. Mental breaks refresh clarity and focus. Balance ambition with self-care to avoid sacrificing health for short-term gains. Sustainable discipline requires a healthy foundation. Use mindful eating practices to connect with your body's needs. Eating slowly and attentively supports digestion and energy levels. Track and adjust caffeine intake to optimize alertness without crashes. Fine-tuning stimulant use preserves consistent focus. Explore relaxation methods like yoga or Tai Chi to combine physical and mental wellness. These practices cultivate balance and stamina. Remember that prioritizing health creates a positive cycle where energy supports discipline and discipline maintains health. This synergy is essential for long-term success. By making health a priority, you fuel your mental stamina and create a resilient foundation for self-discipline. Strong minds arise from strong bodies, and taking care of yourself daily empowers you to sustain focus, overcome challenges, and pursue your goals with unwavering determination. Chapter 15. Build supportive environments that encourage discipline. Creating an environment that supports discipline is essential for turning good intentions into consistent actions. The space and people around you influence your habits and mindset more than you might realize. When your surroundings encourage focus, motivation, and resilience, maintaining self-discipline becomes less about willpower alone and more about natural flow. A supportive environment reduces friction, minimizes distractions, and boosts your ability to stay committed to your goals day after day. Start by evaluating your physical surroundings. Cluttered or chaotic spaces often drain energy and make it harder to concentrate. A clean, organized area signals your brain that it's time to focus. Designate specific spots for work, rest, and recreation so your mind can associate those places with particular behaviors. For example, create a tidy desk area dedicated only to productive tasks and avoid using it for leisure activities. This separation sharpens mental clarity and discipline. Limit access to distractions by removing or controlling tempting devices or materials. If your phone constantly interrupts your workflow, place it in another room or use apps that block notifications during focused periods. Surround yourself with tools and resources that support your goals instead of competing for your attention. This might mean keeping healthy snacks nearby, having a journal for planning, or using timers to structure work sessions. Shape your environment to nurture positive habits. For instance, if you want to exercise regularly, lay out your workout clothes and equipment where they are visible and easily accessible. Preparing your environment ahead of time lowers resistance to action and creates momentum. The more effortless it feels to start, the easier it is to stay consistent. Consider the people who share your space or influence your daily life. Surround yourself with individuals who respect your goals and encourage your discipline. Avoid relationships or social settings that pull you into procrastination or unhealthy habits. Seek out friends, mentors, or groups aligned with your values and aspirations. Their support, accountability, and shared energy can significantly boost your commitment. Communicate your goals and boundaries clearly to those around you. When others understand your intentions, they are more likely to respect your time and space. Setting limits on interruptions or distractions helps preserve your focus and discipline. Being assertive about your needs fosters an environment where your efforts can thrive. Create rituals and routines that anchor your discipline within your environment. Simple actions like starting your day with a specific warm-up, organizing your workspace before beginning work, or taking breaks at consistent times create structure and predictability. These rituals cue your brain to enter a focused state and build reliability in your habits. Use visual cues and reminders to reinforce your commitment. Placing motivational quotes, goal lists, or progress charts in your environment keeps your objectives top of mind. Seeing tangible evidence of your journey encourages persistence and pride in your efforts. Be mindful of sensory factors in your environment, such as lighting, noise, and temperature. Bright, natural light supports alertness, while excessive noise or uncomfortable temperatures disrupt concentration. Adjust these elements to create a comfortable setting that enhances your ability to focus and work efficiently. Technology can be a double-edged sword in your environment. Use digital tools thoughtfully to support discipline rather than hinder it. Calendar apps, task managers, and habit trackers can provide structure and reminders. At the same time, set clear limits on social media, gaming, or entertainment apps to avoid mindless consumption. Cultivate an environment that balances work and rest. Having spaces or moments dedicated to relaxation replenishes your energy and prevents burnout. Discipline is sustainable when it includes self-care and recovery. Create clear distinctions so your mind and body know when to push forward and when to recover. Adapt your environment as your goals and needs evolve. Regularly assess whether your surroundings continue to support your discipline or if adjustments are necessary. Flexibility ensures that your environment remains an ally in your growth rather than a barrier. Incorporate nature into your environment whenever possible. Plants, fresh air, or outdoor views have calming effects that improve focus and reduce stress. Natural elements create a pleasant atmosphere that nurtures mental clarity and emotional balance. Design your environment to minimize decision fatigue. Automate simple choices such as meals, clothing, or daily routines so you conserve mental energy for higher priority tasks. Reducing unnecessary decisions strengthens your capacity for discipline. Use environmental triggers to build new habits. For example, place a water bottle on your desk to remind you to hydrate or set your phone on silent to cue focus time. These triggers serve as gentle nudges that keep you aligned with your intentions. Engage in periodic environmental detoxes by clearing clutter, organizing your space, and resetting routines. These refreshers renew your motivation and remove obstacles that accumulate over time. A clean environment reflects a clear mind. Recognize that building a supportive environment is an ongoing process. It requires awareness, effort, and adjustments as you grow. Commit to nurturing spaces and relationships that consistently elevate your discipline and well-being. Seek inspiration from role models who create disciplined environments. Learn from their strategies and adapt what resonates to your context. Modeling successful systems accelerates your progress. Foster an environment of encouragement and positive reinforcement. Celebrate milestones and progress visibly within your space. Recognizing achievement nurtures confidence and fuels continued effort. Maintain transparency about your environment and goals with those close to you. Open communication prevents misunderstandings and invites collaboration in supporting your discipline. Avoid environments that promote negative self-talk or limiting beliefs. Surround yourself with positivity that encourages growth and resilience. This mindset foundation is essential for sustained discipline. Invest time and resources into your environment as a commitment to your growth. Thoughtful design and maintenance send a message to yourself about the importance of your goals. Create spaces that inspire creativity and problem-solving. Flexibility in your environment allows for innovation in your approach to challenges. Use environmental changes strategically to break stagnation or plateaus. New settings or rearrangements can refresh motivation and perspectives. Remember that your environment influences your identity. By surrounding yourself with discipline-supporting elements, you reinforce the person you are becoming. Commit to making your environment a constant source of strength rather than distraction. This dedication shapes the foundation upon which your self-discipline flourishes. Building a supportive environment is not about perfection, but about intentionality and consistency. Small, deliberate changes accumulate to create powerful momentum. By designing and maintaining environments that encourage discipline, you make it easier to act with focus, persistence, and purpose. This external structure complements your inner mindset and creates lasting conditions for success. Chapter 16. Replace bad habits with empowering alternatives. Breaking free from bad habits and replacing them with empowering alternatives is one of the most effective ways to build lasting self-discipline and transform your life. Habits shape your daily behavior, mindset, and ultimately your outcomes. Negative patterns drain your energy, limit your potential, and undermine your goals. Yet, simply trying to stop a bad habit without a positive replacement often leads to frustration and relapse. Replacing harmful habits with empowering ones rewires your brain, fills the gap left by old behaviors, and creates a sustainable path toward growth. Start by clearly identifying the habits that no longer serve you. Observe your daily routines and notice which actions consistently pull you away from your priorities or harm your well-being. Understanding what you want to change is the first step toward making a conscious decision to improve. Once you recognize a bad habit, analyze the triggers and rewards connected to it. Habits are often formed because they satisfy an underlying need, such as stress relief, boredom, or social connection. Pinpointing what drives your behavior helps you design alternatives that meet those needs in healthier ways. For example, if stress triggers mindless snacking, an empowering alternative could be deep breathing exercises or a short walk. Create a clear plan for replacing each bad habit with a specific empowering action. Vague intentions like "stop procrastinating" are harder to follow than precise commitments, such as "write for 10 minutes when I feel distracted." The more detailed your plan, the easier it becomes to act. This clarity removes uncertainty and strengthens resolve. Start small by introducing manageable changes rather than attempting a complete overhaul overnight. Tiny steps build confidence and momentum. If you want to stop checking social media constantly, begin by setting a timer limiting use to 5 minutes at a time. Gradually increase control until you reclaim your focus. Consistency is key. Practice the empowering alternative every time the old habit arises. Repetition rewires neural pathways and forms new automatic behaviors. Even when it feels difficult or unnatural, persistence creates new muscle memory that supports your goals. Use positive reinforcement to motivate yourself. Celebrate every successful replacement of a bad habit with an empowering action. These small wins build self-esteem and make the new habit more rewarding. Recognition encourages continued effort and creates a positive feedback loop. Track your progress to maintain awareness and accountability. Recording when you successfully replace bad habits helps you see improvements over time. This visibility reduces discouragement and reinforces commitment. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. Change is rarely linear. Expect setbacks and avoid harsh judgment when they occur. Instead, analyze what caused the slip and recommit. Self-kindness fuels resilience and prevents discouragement from derailing your progress. Remove or reduce exposure to environments and triggers that encourage bad habits. If watching TV leads to snacking or procrastination, limit your time in front of the screen or replace it with more productive activities. Altering your surroundings supports new behavior patterns. Fill your environment with cues that prompt empowering habits. Place reminders, tools, or inspiring messages where you can see them. These cues serve as gentle nudges toward your new actions and help shift focus from old patterns. Engage your support network by sharing your goals and progress with trusted friends or mentors. External encouragement and accountability provide motivation and perspective. They can offer advice or cheer you on during difficult moments. Practice mindfulness to increase your awareness of habits in real time. Being present helps you notice urges before acting impulsively. This awareness creates a pause where you can choose your empowering alternative consciously. Visualize yourself successfully replacing bad habits. Imagining positive scenarios strengthens belief in your ability to change and prepares you emotionally. Visualization primes your brain for action and reduces resistance. Replace habits that drain energy with those that energize. Swap late-night screen time for reading or meditation that relaxes without overstimulating. Choose activities that align with your goals and boost vitality. Understand that replacing bad habits builds self-discipline by training your willpower and decision-making muscles. Each successful substitution strengthens your control over impulses and shapes your identity as someone who takes charge of their actions. Use affirmations to reinforce your commitment to change. Positive statements about your ability and worth support motivation and focus. Repeating affirmations daily nurtures confidence in your transformation. Avoid all or nothing thinking. Progress often comes in waves rather than a straight line. Celebrate partial victories and learn from challenges without giving up. Incorporate flexibility by allowing room for occasional indulgences without guilt. Strict deprivation can lead to rebound behaviors. Balance and moderation foster sustainable habits. Experiment with different empowering alternatives to discover what resonates best with you. Personalized approaches increase enjoyment and adherence. Use habit stacking by linking new empowering habits to existing routines. For example, after brushing your teeth, practice gratitude or deep breathing. Habit stacking leverages established behaviors for easier adoption. Monitor emotional states that influence habits. Develop healthier coping strategies, such as journaling or talking with a friend when emotions run high. Addressing emotional triggers reduces reliance on bad habits. Set clear boundaries around situations or people that encourage negative patterns. Protecting your space and time empowers you to focus on positive growth. Reflect regularly on the benefits you gain from new habits. Acknowledging improved energy, mood, or productivity strengthens your desire to maintain change. Keep learning about habit formation and self-discipline to deepen your understanding and refine your strategies. Knowledge equips you to navigate obstacles effectively. Recognize that replacing bad habits transforms not only behavior, but also your sense of self. Each empowering choice reinforces your identity as a disciplined and capable person. Commit to this ongoing process as a lifelong journey. Continuous improvement builds resilience, fulfillment, and success. By deliberately replacing bad habits with empowering alternatives, you reclaim control over your life. This practice reshapes your daily actions, enhances your mindset, and creates lasting change that supports your highest potential. Chapter 17. Use affirmations to boost confidence and motivation. Using affirmations is a powerful way to strengthen confidence and ignite motivation from within. Words carry weight, and the language you use with yourself shapes how you feel, think, and act. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that you repeat regularly to influence your subconscious mind and build a mindset rooted in belief and determination. When practiced consistently, affirmations can replace doubt with certainty and hesitation with action. Begin by crafting affirmations that resonate deeply with your personal goals and values. Generic phrases may offer some benefit, but personalized statements connect more meaningfully with your true desires and challenges. For example, instead of a broad affirmation like "I am successful," choose "I have the focus and strength to accomplish my daily goals." Tailoring affirmations makes them more believable and relevant, which enhances their effectiveness. The language you use in affirmations matters greatly. Speak in the present tense as if the statement is already true. This helps your mind internalize the belief rather than treat it as a distant possibility. Avoid negative words or phrases, and keep your affirmations concise and clear. Repeating a simple, positive truth like "I am capable of overcoming obstacles" carries more impact than a complicated or vague phrase. Consistency is essential for affirmations to work. Make them part of your daily routine, saying them aloud or silently at set times, such as morning, before sleep, or during moments of doubt. Repetition rewires neural pathways and builds new mental habits. Over time, these affirmations become a natural part of your thought process, guiding your decisions and actions. Pair your affirmations with emotional engagement to deepen their effect. Say your statements with conviction and imagine the feelings associated with them. Visualize yourself embodying the confidence and motivation you desire. This sensory involvement strengthens the connection between your words and your subconscious mind. Use affirmations to challenge and counteract limiting beliefs that undermine your confidence. When negative thoughts arise, respond with your positive statements. For example, if you think "I'm not good enough," replace it with "I grow stronger every day through effort." This deliberate shift transforms self-doubt into empowerment. Write your affirmations down in places you will see frequently, such as mirrors, desks, or phone screens. Visual reminders reinforce your intentions and keep you focused on your growth. Seeing your affirmations daily helps maintain momentum and prevents slipping into old patterns. Combine affirmations with journaling by reflecting on how these statements influence your mindset and actions. Record moments when affirmations helped you overcome challenges or make progress. This practice builds awareness and reinforces belief. Choose affirmations that address multiple aspects of your discipline journey, including focus, resilience, self-worth, and perseverance. A well-rounded set of statements creates a balanced mindset, ready to face various situations. Avoid relying solely on affirmations without action. Words alone cannot create change. Use affirmations as mental fuel that supports consistent effort and decision-making. Pairing belief with action is the foundation of transformation. Celebrate the small victories that affirmations help you achieve. Recognize how increased confidence and motivation lead to tangible improvements in your life. Acknowledging progress reinforces positive cycles. Adapt your affirmations as you evolve and your goals shift. Periodically review and update your statements to ensure they remain aligned with your current aspirations and challenges. This keeps your mindset fresh and relevant. Share affirmations with supportive people to create collective energy. Encouraging one another strengthens commitment and fosters a positive environment for growth. Use technology to enhance your practice. Record your affirmations and listen to them regularly or set reminders to recite them. Audio reinforcement engages different senses and helps solidify beliefs. Be patient with yourself as you develop this habit. Change takes time and persistent repetition. Some days may feel easier than others, but steady practice builds lasting mental shifts. Notice the gradual increase in your self-talk quality as affirmations become ingrained. You will find yourself naturally thinking in more constructive and empowering ways without forcing it. Use affirmations during moments of uncertainty or fear to regain composure and clarity. These statements act as anchors that bring your focus back to your strength and purpose. Experiment with different tones and volumes when repeating affirmations. Sometimes whispering can feel intimate and calming, while speaking loudly can boost energy and conviction. Find what resonates most with you. Incorporate breathwork or physical posture that embodies confidence while saying your affirmations. Standing tall or taking deep breaths enhances the physiological impact and reinforces mental belief. Reflect on the difference between affirmations and mere wishful thinking. Affirmations are active commitments to truth, based on your values and efforts, not passive hopes, disconnected from action. Use affirmations to cultivate a growth mindset. Statements like, I learn and improve every day. Encourage embracing challenges and viewing setbacks as opportunities rather than failures. Anchor your affirmations in reality by acknowledging your strengths and past successes. This foundation builds credibility and makes your statements believable and motivating. Recognize that affirmations are tools to build internal dialogue that supports discipline and resilience. They are not magic spells, but intentional practices that shape how you engage with yourself and your goals. Make affirmations a daily priority rather than an afterthought. Their power multiplies with regular use and becomes a natural part of how you approach challenges and opportunities. Track changes in your behavior and mindset as affirmations take root. Notice increased willingness to act, reduced procrastination, and enhanced confidence in your decisions. Maintain flexibility and creativity with your affirmations. Changing wording, adding new statements, or combining with other techniques prevents stagnation and deepens impact. Understand that affirmations build a foundation of self-trust. As you repeat positive truths and align your actions, you cultivate confidence in your ability to navigate life's demands. Use affirmations to cultivate patience with your progress. Statements like, "I am patient with my growth," remind you that transformation is a journey requiring persistence. By committing to using affirmations thoughtfully and consistently, you empower yourself with confidence and motivation that fuel discipline. This mental practice strengthens your belief in your abilities and nurtures a resilient mindset prepared to achieve your highest potential. Chapter 18. Reflect on failures to learn and improve quickly. Failure is an inevitable part of any meaningful journey, and reflecting on it is crucial for rapid growth and improvement. When faced with setbacks, many respond with frustration or avoidance, but shifting your perspective transforms failure into a powerful teacher. Instead of fearing mistakes, you learn to welcome them as opportunities to understand what doesn't work and how to adapt. This mindset accelerates learning and builds resilience, making discipline stronger and progress more reliable. Begin by acknowledging your failures without judgment or denial. Avoid harsh self-criticism or excuses. Treat failures as neutral events that provide valuable information. This emotional neutrality creates space for clear analysis and constructive thinking. Accepting responsibility without blame empowers you to control your response and move forward effectively. Set aside time regularly to review your actions, decisions, and outcomes honestly. Reflection is a deliberate practice, not a spontaneous event. Use journals, voice memos, or thoughtful conversations to examine what happened and why. Documenting your reflections creates a record you can revisit and learn from continuously. Focus on specific factors that led to failure rather than vague generalizations. Break down events into elements such as preparation, execution, timing, mindset, or external circumstances. This detailed approach reveals patterns and points of improvement you might miss with surface-level thinking. Ask yourself probing questions like, what could I have done differently? What assumptions did I make that were incorrect? How did my emotions influence my decisions? What resources or skills was I lacking? These questions guide deeper insight and foster a problem-solving mindset. Avoid dwelling excessively on what went wrong. Reflection is about learning, not punishment. After identifying lessons, shift attention toward actionable changes. Create a plan outlining adjustments and new strategies to implement. This proactive step prevents stagnation and builds confidence. Seek feedback from trusted peers or mentors who can provide objective perspectives on your failures. Others often see blind spots and offer constructive advice. Embrace this external input as a complement to your self-reflection and integrate useful suggestions into your improvement plan. Use failure to develop humility and patience. Recognize that mastery requires time and repeated effort. Understand that setbacks are signs you are pushing boundaries and growing. This acceptance reduces fear of failure and encourages bold action. Frame failures as experiments rather than defeats. Each attempt yields data that informs your next move. Viewing failure scientifically removes emotional charge and promotes curiosity. This mindset supports continuous iteration and refinement. Learn to manage emotions triggered by failure effectively. Feelings like disappointment or shame are natural, but should not dictate your response. Techniques such as mindful breathing, journaling emotions, or talking with a supportive person help process feelings and regain clarity. Celebrate the courage it takes to face challenges and fail. This recognition builds self-compassion and reinforces your commitment to growth. Acknowledge every attempt as a step closer to success. Develop a habit of summarizing lessons learned immediately after setbacks. Capturing insights while they are fresh improves retention and clarity. This practice accelerates application of improvements. Use failure reflections to identify strengths and weaknesses honestly. Leveraging strengths supports recovery and progress, while addressing weaknesses prevents repeated mistakes. Avoid blaming external factors exclusively. While some elements may be beyond your control, focus primarily on your actions and mindset. Empowerment comes from recognizing what you can influence. Embrace a beginner's mindset in reflection. Approach failures as if you are learning something new without preconceived notions. This openness fosters creativity and flexibility. Review failures not just individually but in the context of your broader journey. Look for themes and recurring challenges. Understanding these patterns reveals deeper areas for transformation. Use visualization to imagine yourself overcoming similar failures in the future with new strategies. This mental rehearsal prepares you emotionally and cognitively for obstacles. Maintain a growth journal dedicated to failures and lessons. Over time, this record becomes a powerful resource to track development and boost motivation. Recognize that fast improvement requires deliberate effort in reflection and application. Passive regret or avoidance slows progress, while active learning accelerates it. Integrate reflection into your daily routine so it becomes natural rather than burdensome. Short, focused sessions are more effective than infrequent, lengthy analyses. Share your reflections with others when appropriate. Teaching or discussing your experiences solidifies understanding and invites diverse viewpoints. Use failure reflections to refine your goals. Sometimes setbacks reveal that adjustments or pivots are necessary. Flexibility in your objectives keeps your efforts aligned with reality. Practice gratitude for the insights failure provides. Viewing challenges as gifts shifts mindset from scarcity to abundance. Avoid comparing your failures to others. Your path is unique, and comparison often breeds discouragement. Focus on your own learning curve. Stay mindful of the difference between constructive reflection and rumination. The former leads to action and growth, the latter to stagnation and negativity. Recognize that every successful person has faced failures and learned from them. Emulating their approach builds confidence in your own process. By consistently reflecting on failures with honesty, curiosity, and compassion, you develop a powerful feedback loop for rapid improvement. This practice deepens self-awareness, sharpens problem-solving skills, and strengthens resilience. Over time, failure becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, fueling your journey toward discipline and success. Chapter 19. Commit to lifelong learning and self-awareness. Committing to lifelong learning and cultivating self-awareness are foundational practices for continuous growth and sustained self-discipline. The journey toward mastery never ends. Every experience holds lessons that shape your mindset and behavior. When you embrace learning as a constant and develop awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you gain the tools necessary to adapt, evolve, and overcome challenges throughout life. Approach learning with humility and openness. Recognize that no matter how much you know, there is always room to expand your understanding and skills. This mindset prevents stagnation and fosters curiosity. Be willing to explore new ideas, perspectives, and experiences even when they challenge your current beliefs. Seek knowledge intentionally and actively. Make it a priority to read, listen, observe, and engage with materials and people that inspire growth. Set specific learning goals aligned with your values and ambitions. Regularly invest time to deepen your expertise and broaden your horizons. Consistent learning sharpens your abilities and prepares you to navigate complex situations. Cultivate self-awareness by regularly examining your inner world. Notice your thoughts, feelings, and impulses without judgment. This practice creates clarity about what drives your behavior and reveals unconscious patterns. Understanding your motivations and reactions helps you make deliberate choices that align with your discipline and goals. Use journaling as a tool for reflection and self-discovery. Writing down your experiences, insights, and emotions clarifies your thinking and uncovers deeper truths. Review your entries periodically to track progress and identify areas for improvement. This ongoing dialogue with yourself strengthens self-knowledge. Solicit honest feedback from others who observe your actions and character. Trusted mentors, friends, or colleagues can offer perspectives you might miss. Embrace their input as a valuable resource for self-awareness and growth. Balance external observations with your own reflections for a well-rounded view. Practice mindfulness to stay present and fully engage with your experiences. Mindful awareness enhances your ability to notice subtle changes in mood or thought that influence discipline. This moment-to-moment attention supports proactive rather than reactive responses. Challenge your assumptions and biases by questioning your beliefs and behaviors regularly. This critical thinking prevents complacency and encourages continuous refinement. Being open to change even when it feels uncomfortable strengthens adaptability. Integrate learning and self-awareness into daily habits. Dedicate time each day to reading, listening to podcasts, or practicing meditation. Small, consistent actions accumulate into profound transformation. Apply new knowledge actively by experimenting and adjusting your strategies. Learning is not passive. It requires action to solidify insights and skills. Test new approaches in real life and observe the results. This cycle of learning and application builds competence and confidence. Maintain a beginner's mindset, especially when tackling unfamiliar challenges. Approaching situations with curiosity and openness, rather than preconceived notions, fosters creativity and resilience. Use setbacks and failures as rich sources of learning. Reflect on what these experiences reveal about your strengths and weaknesses. Incorporate lessons learned into your self-improvement plans. Set intentions for self-awareness by asking questions like, what emotions am I feeling right now? How do these feelings influence my choices? What patterns do I notice in my behavior? This inquiry deepens understanding and informs intentional change. Practice self-compassion as you develop self-awareness. Acknowledge your humanity and imperfections without harsh judgment. Kindness toward yourself creates a safe space for honest exploration and growth. Surround yourself with environments and communities that encourage learning and self-reflection. Engage in conversations and activities that challenge and inspire you. Supportive networks amplify motivation and accountability. Use technology wisely to facilitate learning. Apps for reading, language learning, or mindfulness can enhance your routines. However, balance screen time with offline activities to maintain focus and mental clarity. Periodically reassess your goals and values to ensure your learning aligns with your evolving vision. Flexibility in your priorities allows for adaptation and sustained relevance. Celebrate milestones in your learning journey to acknowledge progress and reinforce commitment. Recognition fuels enthusiasm and dedication. Recognize that self-awareness is not a fixed state, but an ongoing process that deepens over time. Commit to continual exploration and curiosity about yourself. Integrate body awareness into your self-awareness practice. Notice physical sensations and how they relate to emotions and thoughts. This holistic approach enriches insight and regulation. Develop emotional intelligence by observing how your emotions influence interactions and decisions. Enhancing this skill improves relationships and decision-making. Balance external learning with internal reflection. Both dimensions are essential for holistic development and effective discipline. Create rituals that support learning and self-awareness, such as morning readings, evening reflections, or weekly goal reviews. Rituals create structure and reinforce habits. Avoid complacency by setting new challenges that push your limits. Growth occurs outside of comfort zones. Practice gratitude for the knowledge and insights gained through experiences. Gratitude fosters a positive mindset that supports perseverance. Recognize the connection between learning, self-awareness, and resilience. Each feeds the other in a cycle of growth and strength. Use visualization to imagine yourself continuously growing wiser and more self-aware. This mental image motivates sustained effort and belief in your potential. Adopt a long-term perspective on growth. Understand that lifelong learning and self-awareness are investments with compounding returns. Commit to this path, knowing that discipline thrives when fueled by knowledge and understanding of self. This dedication leads to greater fulfillment, effectiveness, and success in all areas of life. Chapter 20. Celebrate small wins to maintain momentum and drive. Acknowledging and celebrating small wins is a vital practice that fuels ongoing momentum and sustains motivation throughout your journey of self-discipline and growth. Progress often happens in incremental steps, and recognizing these moments keeps enthusiasm alive even when long-term goals seem distant. Each small achievement builds confidence, reinforces positive habits, and provides proof that your efforts produce results. This consistent acknowledgement creates a powerful cycle of encouragement that drives you forward. Begin by defining what constitutes a small win in your context. These are not always grand milestones, but everyday successes, such as completing a challenging task, resisting a temptation, or sticking to a new habit for a day. Identifying and valuing these moments helps you stay focused on progress rather than perfection. Make it a habit to reflect on your day or week and pinpoint specific achievements. This practice increases your awareness of forward movement and reduces the risk of overlooking subtle signs of growth. Keeping a success journal or notes can help you track these wins and revisit them when motivation dips. Express gratitude for each small victory. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance and reinforces a positive emotional connection with your progress. Celebrating successes builds resilience against setbacks and nurtures a balanced perspective. Use small wins as motivation to tackle the next challenge. Recognizing your ability to succeed encourages a can-do attitude and builds momentum that carries you through difficulties. This continuous reinforcement shapes a mindset oriented toward persistence and achievement. Share your small wins with trusted friends, mentors, or communities. External acknowledgement enhances the sense of accomplishment and creates social support. Others' encouragement can amplify your motivation and hold you accountable. Create tangible rituals to celebrate progress. This can be as simple as a moment of reflection, a favorite treat, or a brief break after completing a task. Rituals mark achievements in a meaningful way and signal your brain to associate effort with reward. Avoid waiting for perfection or major breakthroughs to celebrate. Waiting only for big successes increases pressure and risks discouragement. Embracing small wins breaks the journey into manageable and rewarding steps. Recognize that momentum builds through consistency, not intensity. Frequent small victories accumulate over time, producing profound change. Focus on steady progress rather than dramatic leaps. Celebrate improvements in mindset and attitude, as well as external results. Shifts in confidence, patience, or discipline are important wins that strengthen your foundation for success. Use small wins to adjust your goals if necessary. Achievements provide feedback about what works and what may need refinement. This adaptive approach keeps your efforts aligned with reality. Celebrate the effort and intention behind actions, not just outcomes. Valuing your dedication reinforces the process and encourages ongoing commitment, even when immediate results are not visible. Maintain a balanced attitude towards celebration. Avoid excessive reward that might undermine discipline. Instead, use celebrations as meaningful acknowledgments that fuel further effort. Visualize your progress regularly by recalling the chain of small wins leading you forward. This visualization boosts morale and clarifies your journey. Turn celebrations into motivation by linking positive emotions to your discipline practices. When effort feels rewarding, it becomes easier to sustain over the long term. Recognize that celebrating small wins strengthens your self-identity as a capable and persistent person. This internal narrative influences future choices and behaviors positively. Use celebration as a tool to combat burnout. Taking moments to acknowledge progress refreshes energy and commitment. Incorporate celebration into team or group settings, if applicable. Collective recognition boosts morale and encourages shared accountability. Celebrate small wins to create a habit loop where success breeds success. This loop deepens discipline and increases your chances of reaching larger goals. Reflect on past celebrations during difficult times to rekindle motivation and perspective. Remembering your achievements reminds you of your capability and progress. Adapt celebrations to fit your personality and preferences. Whether quiet reflection or joyful acknowledgement, make it authentic and meaningful. Use small wins to build emotional resilience. Recognizing your progress helps you bounce back from setbacks with renewed strength. Celebrate learning moments that come with mistakes. These insights are wins in disguise that contribute to your growth. Express appreciation for the support and resources that help you achieve small wins. Gratitude toward your environment enhances positivity and collaboration. Balance celebrating past achievements with maintaining focus on future goals. Use wins as stepping stones, not endpoints. Avoid minimizing small wins as insignificant. Each step matters and contributes to the larger transformation. Practice mindfulness to fully experience the satisfaction of your accomplishments. Being present enhances the positive impact of celebration. Celebrate consistency in habits even when progress feels slow. Regular effort is a major achievement in itself. Recognize that celebrating small wins is a form of self-respect. Valuing your effort promotes dignity and confidence. Incorporate celebration into your daily or weekly planning. Setting time aside ensures you don't overlook this important practice. Celebrate the courage it takes to start and continue challenging tasks. Courage is a foundational quality for discipline and growth. Use small wins to build momentum during plateaus. When progress seems stalled, focusing on achievements reignites motivation. Recognize the cumulative power of small wins in shaping your long-term success. The sum of these moments determines your ultimate outcomes. Commit to making celebration a consistent part of your self-discipline journey. This habit nurtures joy, persistence, and achievement. By intentionally celebrating small wins, you create a sustainable cycle of motivation and drive. This practice transforms your mindset, strengthens your resolve, and propels you steadily toward your highest goals.